Welcome back to 1010's podcast, and it is the most requested show we have had in probably ever. It is the return of Spencer.
Hello.
Did that set the bar high enough for you?
I think so. I still don't understand why I'm the most requested, but
people love train wrecks, man. They can't look away.
Oh,
Rob's responsible off the bat.
he's been pimping him since he got here. He's been fucking with him. He's like, this show, Spencer will give you 30 minutes. 30 minutes to say whatever you want, and then we're going to move on and do the news. We're going to try to keep it around an hour because Adam's gone this week.
It's because he's an engineer, and that's what he wrote on the paper, so that's what's going to happen.
He did. He wrote.
There's no real life to an engineer.
He literally wrote on the piece of paper that we look at every week for this, or the digital Word document. It says the first
sub 1 hour
show.
When I got that, it was supposed to say the first 3 hour show.
No,
Well, no. Okay, so
did,
Adam wrote the first 3 hour show on it. When Robbie got a hold of the document, he changed it.
He said, "Fuck no."
He said, "Fuck this. We're
Nope.
not doing 3 hours."
I'm not editing a podcast on Thanksgiving.
The other problem is,
Then why'd you pack a lunch if you don't plan on being here that long?
dude, Spencer brought his house slippers. He's got his sweatpants on.
I'm comfortable.
He's ready. He's ready to do 3 hours.
It's like a sleepover. I'm ready. We're going all night.
Marathon this bitch.
Fuck it. We won't have to record another one for weeks.
Robbie, are you blocked in? I mean, you could leave and come back if you want to.
He is blocked in.
I worked on the
he's stuck
street.
here.
I already got polo on. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you're ready to go for in the morning.
I'd say you're probably only going to work till about noon. You work in the office, so I mean, noon before a holiday, you're going to leave, turn the lights off.
I'll be on the floor running the machine tomorrow.
They let you do that?
Heck yeah. Run the laser cladder.
Oh, God.
That's my job.
I thought you sat in an office.
Not anymore. Well, I have a desk, yeah.
Yeah, but weren't you a welding? What was your thing before? You inspected welds?
I'm an additive manufacturing and welding engineer now.
Yeah, before that, what were you before that?
I was just a manufacturing engineer.
But didn't you specifically work on
Yeah, that was somebody
welds?
else's job, but he couldn't do it, so I did.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle it, so I did.
Right.
Don't
so I
worry.
did it for him.
So
That's exactly how it went
So
down.
you run a laser now.
Yeah. And it melts metal. Sweet.
Can we strap it to the head of a shark?
There's a picture of a laser. Yeah.
There's a what now?
There's a picture of a shark with a laser attached to his head.
Oh, on the machine?
Yeah.
Just to let everybody know?
Laser.
So are you telling me right now that you're Dr. Evil? Because that's what I'm gathering from this.
So
You're in control of the
that's how
lasers.
this is starting.
Right. You're in control of the lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're Dr. Evil.
Yeah, just throw me a freaking bone here.
Okay.
I'm going to try to throw so much stuff at you that you can't put all the pictures on YouTube now.
Like I've told you earlier, you can't talk about it unless you have a picture to go with it.
Yeah, but I think the
That's the
problem is
rule.
that Spencer does have pictures of a lot of this
That's
stuff.
fine.
I do.
That's fine.
He came prepared. He read the news ahead of time.
Always.
So Spencer's here for the whole thing. You thought about what you wanted to talk about ahead of time.
And you guys already ruined the jokes on the way in. God, I was so mad.
Which joke?
I was looking forward to having all the SUVs outside. And I was going to pull up in the truck, and it just looked like a bunch of soccer moms meeting for a PTA meeting. Just SUVs everywhere.
I'm the only one that doesn't have one.
You got the Edge Sport.
That's not mine.
Who drives it when you're together?
That's not fair.
That's my point. It's yours.
He's got a point.
Are you
You
not
live in
head?
a
Are you head of household?
Yes.
Does she listen to this podcast?
No.
Okay, then yes, you're head of household.
She used to.
Yeah, she does sometimes.
She download it just to get the number?
No.
Oh.
No, when she downloads, she actually listens.
I bet she listened to this one.
She probably will listen to this one. Now that you've thrown her under the bus. It's okay, Robbie.
I'll mention it to her. Like, yeah, Spencer's talking shit.
Spencer's talking mad shit.
I'm the one talking
about
shit.
sport.
Well, the best part was she goes, aren't you having Jacob on this week?
Who?
Who? Your friend Jacob with the beard. No. What, Spencer? Yep. For some reason, you couldn't remember your name. You're not. Must not be very memorable.
Probably not. That's. I get it a lot, actually. There's a bar across the street from my house.
Yep.
I'm there frequent.
All the time.
They call me Shane. I'm in here like 3 nights a week.
My name's on that piece of paper I sign every time before I leave here. Credit card receipt?
Most of the times I sign it when I leave. Sometimes I forget.
Yeah, but then you go back the next day to pick up your card. They should know it then.
Oh, they don't have my card to begin with.
Oh.
I'm one of the trusted few.
Is that good or bad? It's kombucha, dude. It's got alcohol in it, to be honest, though.
Like 0.01%.
Exactly. It's more than you got over there with your Gatorade.
That's fine. I'm trying to live this healthy lifestyle.
Living that healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, kind of.
Spencer, are you thirsty?
Adam's opener without Adam.
Well, this will be This is just for you. I've been saving this for a special occasion
How long have you been saving this?
since September.
Yeah, it's when you bought all those weird sodas, isn't it?
And you set one aside thinking that this would be perfect for me.
Uh huh.
All right, what is it?
You like going to Buffalo Wild Wings, don't you?
Is this
Oh,
hot? Is
Jesus.
this like
I don't want to know what
hot
this is.
wing and blue cheese mix?
Buffalo Wing soda.
Oh, my God, Robbie. Why would you do that to people? When we...
The fact
when
that
we-
wait, what'd you pay for that?
$3.
So when we punked the radio podcast, here, take that glass.
Yeah,
'cause-
we got to share it now.
yeah. When we punked the radio podcast, why isn't this the one that you sent them?
Because the other one was grass flavored.
Yeah, but Robbie, this is buffalo sauce in soda
In
form.
liquid form?
You don't
but
think this is
who
gonna be
doesn't
worse?
like buffalo sauce?
It's fine, but this is a soda.
Oh, this is gonna be
We should have done blue cheese chasers.
I was gonna say they probably had a blue
Or
cheese.
blue
one,
cheese
right?
olives. Yeah, that'll work.
One of us is actually gonna enjoy this.
You.
At least it's cold.
Yeah, I put it in the fridge, and I had a koozie. No, I don't need the rest either. That's for you.
I got nowhere to put it.
Okay, fine. I don't want to leave a ring.
The bank vault's marble and mahogany everywhere.
Can't leave a ring on marble.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
It smells really weird.
You ready?
Sure. Why does it taste like cardboard?
Why is
It does not taste
Why-
like buffalo anything.
Why is it not spicy? Do I need to shake it up?
Tastes like cardboard.
What a letdown.
It does taste like vanilla flavored cardboard. That's very weird.
There's nothing buffalo-y about it.
Have you ever had like chili beer?
No, I don't
They
think
put
I
like
have.
a pepper in the beer.
Oh wait, there it got hot.
Like a,
Just a little bit. Just a little
need to
bit on
drink
the
a-
back.
in the back of your throat.
Yeah, swish it around a little bit. Pretend this is wine tasting hour.
Yeah. Oh, we should have let it breathe.
A little bit on the backside. It gets.
I'm still not getting it. No, I'm good. I
You
don't.
gotta
I don't
drink- you
need
gotta
any more.
drink more.
No,
Dude, I paid $3 for you.
that's
I think that
that
place
was
that
a
you went.
huge letdown.
Yeah, it was. I think that place you went and bought all those weird sodas was just a scam.
It is.
None of
What?
them have tasted
Not
like
even
they said
close.
they are.
Lester, you really let me
Oh,
down.
it's Lester again.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucking
like I've
sketchy
done
Lester.
the bacon one and stuff, and like you can actually taste the bacony in
There
it.
is no chicken in this soda.
I'd hope not.
0 out of 10. What a waste.
That was
Yeah,
a
it's
waste.
terrible.
Damn it.
So Spencer, I hear you got a bone to pick with some of the Ricer stuff that we did.
Not too much. You guys just went way overboard on the diesel guys.
What did we say
I
about the
don't
diesel
think
guys
so.
that went overboard?
Not all stacks are bad. If they come out of the hood, they're even cooler.
What do you mean stack out of the hood? You mean just like a hood exit exhaust? Like
Yeah.
how much of a stack?
Oh, I've seen full. Like you see some of those race trucks, they got a full stack coming out of the hood.
Well, yeah, it's a race truck though. I'm talking about dude puttering
Down the road.
driving around the mall.
Dual stacks, Robbie style, terrible. You got to do a single stack off to the passenger side because if it's behind your head, it just hums and it's loud. That's a little far over, but it's close.
All right, well,
It's got to go to the passenger side so you don't have to listen to it. Single stacks aren't bad.
So
all I'm saying.
you approve of single stacks.
I will approve of single stacks.
So what happens when it rains?
It just pulls up at the bottom like a semi and it'll rust out.
So eventually it'll just have a hole in it underneath, and it'll be a.
You just got to
Bottom
replace
exit
that.
exhaust.
You just got to replace that one part.
I feel like couldn't you put like a?
sitting right in my throat.
Yeah, it's gross, ain't it?
It's kind of gross. Gonna sit right in the throat.
Couldn't you put like a flapper on it, like a tractor?
Yeah, they're called like rain guards
But why don't you?
because it's like an angle cut, so you can't really. It'd
Why?
look weird.
Well, then make it flat. Put a cap on it.
Let's do it to yours. Start with your car.
I don't have stacks.
We can put one through the trunk.
No, we better not.
Wow.
What about the giant exhaust tip out the back?
Dumb.
Like the 6-inch exhaust tip out the back.
No.
Like 12-inch.
Yeah.
Or 12-inch or whatever.
And usually what happens is they dump it. Like when we were down in Mississippi, the lifted truck game down there's huge. Like we went down there for a show called Scraping the Coast, and 90% of it was lifted trucks on American Force wheels. But yeah, the exhaust dumps right behind the axle, and then they throw like a 12-inch tip on it that points straight down.
Down?
Yeah, it points down at like an angle.
Oh, okay. Not straight, but kind of like, yeah.
I mean, it comes at 45, just
Really?
yeah. And they're usually anodized and
Purple on the end.
Yeah, no, the whole thing. I've seen blue ones and red ones.
That's a whole different game down there.
It's weird. The squat life.
That Carolina squat. or
Carolina
whatever it is
squat.
that Adam calls it.
That's what it's called.
Why do they do that? Are these guys at the same show that you're at, or are these just guys that are...
Same show. So...
Is it just a truck show, car
it's just
show?
a big truck show,
Oh,
car
okay.
show, hot rod show.
What's the name of it?
Scraping the Coast.
Okay.
It's right on, I think it's the 10 that runs on the coast in
Okay.
Biloxi, Mississippi. I mean, you got Ocean, 4-lane highway, and then the Coliseum, 2,000 cars.
It sounds like it'd be all lowered trucks, though.
Should be.
Yeah, especially for scraping.
Scraping, yeah exactly.
Yeah, but over the last couple of years, it's really the lifted game down there has like gotten really big.
Well, I suppose if you're scraping the hood on the...
Right, if you're scraping on the parking garage
Yeah,
as
there
you're
you go.
passing through, or some of the signs above highways and stuff like that, yeah, absolutely.
Shit's just sitting right there. It's nasty.
Robbie, you've ruined our guest with your weird soda.
But yeah, no,
it's
there's
Gatorade.
there's a lot of nice stuff down there. I got pictures.
Like what specifically?
There's an old red Cadillac. Big fin car. I couldn't tell you the year, but I mean, just clean on stock Cadillac hubs, just laid out in the weeds, and it looked perfect. Everything looks perfect laid out.
Is that mini truck game still strong down there?
A lot of guys are getting money and getting full sizes.
Is that where mini trucking came from? Is guys didn't have money? You think to get to deal with to not deal with, but to buy the full size trucks, let alone parts and all that?
It came more from the lowrider stuff. Trucks were cheap, yeah. I mean, you could build a truck a lot cheaper than you could anything else. So that's where all that started from. Was everyone was young and wanted something cool, and the trucks were the cheap thing to buy.
Do you think some of the cheap cars have killed that off then?
Automakers have.
Because
They
they're,
quit building
they're not
trucks.
doing the trucks anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they quit that. That was like the gas crisis in the, what was it, like late 80s?
Yeah.
You know,
When they
everybody
went to all the small
yeah,
trucks.
everybody had a small truck.
That's true. I didn't think about
Everybody
that.
did.
Or the Chevy Love trucks.
Yeah, but then like when the 80s rolled around, like and Dodge, Mitsubishi, Chevy, everybody
Nissan.
had a
Yeah,
small
Nissan.
truck, and that's because they were 4 cylinders and then they were good on gas.
I drove it was like a Mazda B 3300 or something like that, or 3000. I can't remember. Dude, those are sweet, man. Which one do you have? Do you have a Mazda or is that a Nissan? Nissan.
99 Frontier.
Okay. Oh, it is the Frontier.
Beater, 270 thou on it
It's a good vehicle.
with them bright HIDs.
Oh, don't get Robbie started on the
Them
HIDs.
bright HIDs. When I pull up, you know I'm here.
Where'd you get that? Did you buy that here? Des
I
Moines?
traded. No, a friend of mine down in Tumwa had it.
Okay.
And he wanted my Mazda that was bagged, and I didn't have time to mess with it, so we just kind of went straight up on it. And I needed something reliable, and he wanted a toy.
But you got HIDs with no reflectors on them.
Yes, and black ass windows because he worked at a tent shop. So I've got pulled over twice, and I got 2 warnings. I'm lucky.
On the tint? They say
Oh,
anything
yeah.
about the headlights?
No,
They probably don't. What are you going to charge somebody with for headlights that are too bright?
no, I got pulled over for the windshield. Cop goes, that windshield is black. I'm like, you're telling me?
I can't see shit.
See me at night.
That's why you need those fucking headlights.
Yeah,
'cause you can't
exactly.
see anything.
You have a tinted windshield?
Yeah,
How are you even on the road?
it's not that dark.
Oh,
Dude, that's
It's like 20. It's like 20%.
Oh, that's not that bad.
No, it's not
I mean,
bad.
for
But it-
windshield, it's pretty dark. But
Oh, so
but you know
can't-
what?
You're not
It's-
allowed to have anything.
No, you're not allowed to have anything on the front windows or the windshield, but everyone looks at it like, man, that's dark. And then you riding it on a sunny day, you're like, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It was real nice. Nice and cool.
I'm sure.
Air conditioner works too. That's the only reason I got it.
Oh, perfect.
what else you been working on? Do you still have the full size truck?
I do. It is shoehorned into my garage right now.
Did you do
I've done nothing on it.
what?
No.
I thought you were gonna put that fucking C notch in there. You had the parts for it.
Oh, yeah, I still have the parts for it.
Okay.
I decided to spend the summer riding motorcycles. And dating is expensive. You don't know this. You know this.
Yeah, it is expensive.
And,
I've got way more race car money when I go through spurts of not dating.
yeah.
Your
And,
bank account looks way better when you're single.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt.
And so it just sat, and I went to move it the other day, and there's a big puddle underneath it, and I'm like, God damn, the rear main's leaking. And I went to put it in gear, and it didn't move. I'm like, nope, tranny's leaking. And I I hit the brakes and there's no brakes. I blew a rear brake line on it just from sitting. I'm
Really?
like, God damn it.
What year is it though?
97.
But it's a 3500, right? It's a dually.
1500.
Oh, do you have a dually though?
No.
Oh,
We got one we're working on, but
oh, that one's not yours.
no.
What's the story with the dually?
It's going to be a tow pig.
Okay,
I just...
Chevy though, early '90s Chevy,
it's a
right?
99.
Oh, okay.
So last year, the
Square-ish
old body style,
Yep.
yeah. He just called me last night and said he's got the line on a 12-valve Cummins that we might put in it.
Dude, that'd be sick.
So he wants to do 22s with a 12-valve, just use it to tow.
Because what's in it now? It doesn't have
The
a
454.
Is it a 454? They're still doing those in '99.
Yeah, and he's got a spare one, and he's trying to talk me into putting it in the 1500.
They don't make much power. They
No.
don't really make that much torque either.
No, but if I've got problems with my motor,
Oh, do you?
it's got half the miles mine does, so
True.
bolt right to the tranny.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's not a dumb move.
No.
Different motor
I've done
mounts?
dumber things. Yeah, we can build those. But yeah, my truck's sitting. I'm thinking about sending it up to my buddy's shop in Fort Dodge. Just saying, come pick this up, finish it, call me when it's done, because it literally barely fits in the garage.
Yeah, because you're in one of those like stacked townhomes that Robbie and I used to live in. So your garage is underneath. So the whole footprint of the house is the garage. Which
Yeah, and those trucks were almost 21 feet long.
is it a 4-door?
No, it's an extended cab
It's an
with
extended cab, but it's-
6.5 foot bed.
Yeah,
And
it's still
so
21 feet
with the
long.
bed off, the bumper off, I've got it backed in. The garage hits the license plate, and I'm backed into my workbench. So to get to my beer fridge, I have to crawl over the truck, like over the frame, to get to the beer fridge.
You're not going to get a lot of work done.
No, that's
No, so I think it's just going to get shipped up to my buddy's place and say, finish it, and I'll come pick it up when it's done. Because all we got to do is just weld in the 4-link and weld in the notches, and
Oh, you got the 4-link for it?
not yet.
But you could get it if you're ready for it.
Yeah, a few $100 could get it welded in and be done.
That'd be pretty cool.
We even went as far to put a 240 outlet in my garage one night when we were drinking,
Oh,
so we could bring a welder down and do it.
I got you.
But
Because you just got what do you got? Just a little Miller welder, little
yeah,
MIG
it's
welder.
the Hobart 140. I got it from Baumgartner. It's like $500.
Yeah.
It works great. It's done great bodywork stuff so far.
Do you think you could weld a frame rail like that with that?
With a couple passes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We've got some stuff tacked on right now that we've tried to pull off. Hasn't happened, so
Interesting.
yeah.
So you spent the summer riding motorcycles.
Yeah.
I'm not pimping you for anything, really. I know you got a Harley, but I'm not.
Okay.
You were the only. You were probably,
I was waiting for that because you
No.
knew I had a Harley. I was like,
yeah,
where's this
no,
going?
You're probably the only person that when I went on that little tirade for a couple weeks about Harleys, you were the only person that said, I understand that this is not the greatest motorcycle that was ever made, but this is, it was your dad's and, it's your motorcycle and you enjoy it. And that's all I wanted was just for people to say, hey, this isn't the greatest bike in the world.
World's greatest marketing company, maybe.
Quite possibly, yeah.
I mean, they market a lifestyle, not a motorcycle.
They do, and somehow they attract people to buy their other stuff, like their accessories and their jackets.
Oh,
and
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Boots and shirts and hats and just fucking folders and there's a guy in our office that's really into Harley Davidson. He's got so much shit in his office and literally padded portfolio folders that we take on job sites and stuff like that. And I'm like, where the fuck do you buy this stuff and why?
It's expensive.
Yeah, because it's double the cost of normal stuff.
Yes, it is. It's outrageous. I have a few Harley shirts, but
Actually,
they're not worth it.
there's a guy that we work with that works at a different company, but he's on job site. He's got a Harley Davidson hard hat.
What did that send him back?
I don't know because
much.
hard hat's like $7.
And then they put a Harley sticker on it and charge $70.
It's probably got to be $30.
God damn. It's not worth it. But no, yeah, I spent the summer riding, just enjoying the weather and traveling, trying to.
Did you go to any shows or you just?
We went down to Mississippi. We went down there. That's a 18-hour drive from here. So we did that, and then I did some extracurricular activities down in the Ozarks, and
Boy,
yeah, that's a good time.
it is a good time down there.
Yeah, we went
isn't
down.
it?
Yeah, we go down for the shootout. And
Oh yeah, it gets real crazy, dude. Yeah, that place gets.
It's
you can go.
wild.
You can go as wild down there as you want to. I think a lot of people don't know that. They got the TV show now, though. Have you seen that?
Oh, on Netflix, Ozarks.
Yeah.
That's nothing like.
That's nothing.
There's nothing to do with the
It
Ozarks
wasn't
down
even
there.
filmed there.
No, it was filmed
Some
in like
of it
Georgia or
was.
something.
No, some of it was because it was filmed over by our house.
Oh yeah.
But it's
That
gotten
national
people
park.
interested in going down there and checking it out.
Where are you at down there again?
We're near 12. Do you know where that is? So it'd be
Is that right by Shady's? Shady Gators?
yes, it's on the other side of the.
Across
Yep,
the
but it's in
channel?
that same area. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Ozarks is a blast. I love getting down there. So
Sometime we need to go down there for the shootout.
I know we
and
keep
do
talking
some
about
coverage
it,
and
we
stuff.
never do it.
But it's once a year, and
it is, and the shootout's one of those things where you go once, and you're just like, I've seen it. Boat does 200, okay. 'Cause, I mean, I don't know. It's a good time to watch boats going fast, but you do it every couple of years, and you're just like, it kind of loses its luster.
I think it's cool the first time you see it because you're like, that's a $500,000 boat.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of Missouri.
Well,
We're in the middle of nowhere, basically.
The cool part is like Wednesday night they do a street party, so all the boats are out on the main drag on the trailers.
Yep.
So you see the tow rigs, the trailers, the boats, and then you go bar hopping on Thursday and Friday, and you're like, oh, cool. Well, there's a $4 million Lamborghini boat docked up next to me. The guy's in there pounding beers, buying shots for everybody.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, cool.
It's just a weird place. It's a place with a bunch of money where people spend it on boats and then they'll go and drink shitty beer all weekend. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not like they're going out and drinking champagne and eating caviar and shit
No.
like that. They're out there drinking margaritas and hanging out with everybody.
Yeah, frozen drinks and
Yep.
like cheese balls
Yep,
everywhere.
those fucking mixer machines. You know what I mean?
Everywhere.
Yep.
And I don't care how manly you are, you're getting one of them buckets because everybody's got one and they're delicious. You want the extra shooter for $1? Yeah.
Why are you even asking me?
Dumb question. But no, the truck will get done eventually. And then hopefully enjoy it. I want to build something else, but I don't want to build another truck.
You're gonna move away from trucks.
I'm not going to move away from them. I just want to
You
want
want to do something different. Yeah. You might be
So.
breaking some people's hearts right now.
I'll always have a back truck, but I want to go fast.
You want a Ricky Bobby? Is that what you're telling me right now?
I want a Ricky Bobby.
Hell yeah.
But Adam would kill me when he hears this because I want a street race.
Okay.
Oh, I don't do that.
Yes. I want to build a street car to do the no preps and stuff like that. Like, that looks like fun.
Yeah.
Something I did back in high school. I'm like, I want to do that.
Okay, so let's say this: you're going to build a no prep car,
Yeah.
Not a street race.
right? Well,
No
we
prep.
won't say anything about street racing. We'll just say you're building a no prep car.
I would like to.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I don't know. We'll see.
I heard you could LS swap a lot of things.
They fit pretty well in a lot of
They're-
different chassis.
fast.
There's no replacement for displacement.
That's what I'm saying.
Big blocks.
Oh, dude,
days.
you're gonna trigger the shit out of a whole bunch of people right
way
now.
out there.
Well, you guys trigger everybody anyways.
Everybody's
so.
gonna be like Honda for life, VTEC, yo, turbochargers, blah blah blah. You just wait, it's coming.
Big blocks with nitrous.
I'm not opposed to this in any way, shape, or form.
And I told my buddy that, and he goes, I've seen you drive. You're going to blow a lot of shit up. I'm like, yeah, you're exactly right. He goes, you're going to build the car and not be able to afford to fix it. I'm like, so basically what I do now.
But you'll
Yeah.
be going fast
But we'll be going
For a
fast
little-
while we do it.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
For a little while, anyway.
So, no, that's usually what happens is I build something and I break it and then it sits.
What spurred this on?
I don't know.
Just ready for a change?
I was just sick of staring at the thing half done in my driveway for a year. And then I go over to my buddy's house and they're building like truck pull trucks.
Oh yeah.
So big power. And I'm just like, God, I want to go fast. I want to do something cool. Something different. Bagging stuff's cool. But you do it enough, you're like, oh, ready for a change.
That's kind of how I feel about it.
It's the car show thing all over again.
Yeah, it is the car show thing. I was gonna say that's kind of how I feel about autocross. Not that I don't want to do autocross, but like I did it for as long as I did it, and that's what I could afford to do. And now,
You just kind of lost
now
interest.
there's
something
nothing wrong
different.
with it.
No,
It's
of course
just I
not.
need to go do like for me to be competitive in autocross, I would need to go buy a BRZ or a Miata or something, and I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
I got to do something different.
You get away with it you get away from it for a while, and then you're like, I kind of miss doing that. I'm gonna
Right,
go back to
yeah.
it.
And
And
maybe-
like you said, it's a car show thing. You build something, and I love going to car shows. I'm the old
Same here.
I'm the old man. I'll go sit and drink out of a cooler of beer all day long, But then at some point, I'm like, I'm sick of looking at that guy's car, my car, his car, and it's like, I got to go do something different.
Yeah, I can do a few a year, and that's about it.
That's how I feel about Good Guys. I love Good Guys, but at the same time, I'll get there and be like, I only need to be here 6 hours.
Every year, I'm like, I'm not going to Good Guys this year.
That's what I keep
I'm
saying.
not going.
That's what I keep saying.
And someone's
I end
like,
up fucking going.
Someone hits me up like, yo, you want to go Good Guys? I'm like, man, I'm not going this year. I got a ticket. Oh, shit. All right, let's go.
That's the other problem too. Like we've been like, okay, we're not gonna go. There's no reason for us to go. And they're like, well, but the autocross is kind of cool. And then like the Unser boys are gonna be there. And then it's like, okay, I'll talk. Let me call because I know somebody. I'll call like, hey, could we get this? Is it's Michael. I talked to you last week. Oh yeah, we'll get you some tickets, and then we go, and it's not like we have a bad time, but I don't need to be there for 3 days.
Well, and that's the other thing is like every year I'm like, yo, I'm gonna walk around this year. I'm gonna look at stuff.
Yeah.
We get there at 7 a.m. I make a drink. I sit down. I'm like, yep, I'm not moving. And they're like, I thought you were gonna go walk around. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna sit here. We're good. We're right on the drag. Everyone's gonna drive by anyways.
Yeah, see, we show up. I do like one lap around the whole facility, and then I'm like, okay, well, see ya.
Yeah, and so I get lucky. I know enough people like Blake Stoner drives by in one of his trucks, one of his SEMA trucks. He's like, hop in the back. I'm like, okay. Cruise around with them for a while and hop out, get in someone else's car. And
I think we're a little spoiled because that show is kind of crazy.
It
mean,
is.
let's be real. For Des
it's
Moines,
wild. Well, wait till this year.
It's going to be super crazy.
1980.
How you feel about that?
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Is it 80 or is it earlier than that even?
80. They announced
Is
it at SEMA.
Did they really? So it's
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, Good Guys.
Really?
They built a 79 quad headlight Mustang and said,
Could you pick something worse?
boop, 1980, this is what we're going to do. It might have been an 82. I don't know, but...
A quad, those stupid Mustang 2 things?
No, it's a Fox body, but the early years had 4 headlights.
Oh, you're right.
Quad
Okay,
lights.
yep. No, I was thinking the Mustang 2.
No, so
You're
they,
right.
they built a Fox body, and then they're like, okay, 1980. So, and I understand where they're coming from. It's, you're getting to a point where you have to expand with as long as it's been.
Yeah.
Because, 80s, 18, 20, 28 years?
Yeah.
God damn.
No, 38.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, 38.
The guy sitting over there not doing any mental math while not talking. Yeah, exactly.
I should have known better. I turned 30-something here pretty soon. But, but yeah, so it makes sense. But it's going to get flooded with shit. I just feel it.
That's my concern. Like stuff that's not. Well, think about Sunday, all American Sunday or whatever. Anything that's American powered can come in. You get garbage that comes through there.
Well, think about the garbage that already comes in 72 and older. Where
Yeah.
you're like, God damn, I wouldn't even ride in that.
Right.
I ride in some shady shit.
I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Like the car we took this year broke down on the way there and on the way home.
And you're not the only one to have that happen.
No, but when you watch everybody pass you and you're like, yeah, thanks for the help, asshole. He's like, well, I don't have any tools in this $300,000 street rod. I'm not going to stop and help you.
It's AAA's for.
we don't have that either. What we did is we pulled the carb apart, filled the float bowl up with gas, and drove it till it died again. That happened 3 times on the way home.
Wow.
And then
That's pretty impressive, actually.
And then got home and fuel pump, which is super easy on the old cars. It's right on the side of the motor.
Oh yeah. Yep.
2 bolts, boop, done. But yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be it'll be different. It won't be.
I wonder if it'll last. To be completely honest with you.
Who knows? They're going for that record like 6,000 cars this year.
Why you need that many fucking cars there?
I don't fucking know. Because only about 1,000 of them I want to look at.
Right. Exactly.
And I'll go look at those on Sunday when they're in the winner's circle.
True. Yeah, they're going for quantity over quality.
Because it's good guys, man. They got to make money.
Yeah. No, I know. The more people that because what's the entry $65 or something.
Plus like your $20 if you're not a member.
Oh, really?
So this is because I'm cheap. You sign up once and you have to pay the membership fee, which is good for 12 months.
Okay.
And so you pay, it was like $85 the first year. And then I got a notice like, if you pre-register for the next year, it's cheaper because you're still a member. Cool. So we pre-registered for the next year, knowing my membership was going to be up when we got there to pick up my stuff. She's like, "Do you want to register for next year? It's only $35." I was like, "Yep." So I got 3 years out of a 1-year membership.
That's the loophole.
That's the loophole.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes of that. It may be even less motivating to go.
Yeah, like I said, I never have motivation to go, but it's one of those, hey, you want to go? I'm like, yeah, I guess.
I remember when I was a kid and it was like 62 and older or something like that.
64. You know why that is?
Why is that?
Because the guy that started Good Guys hated Mustangs. He was a Chevy guy.
No shit.
And
Really?
He hated Mustangs, and since they were 64 and a half was the first year, he said, we're going to go 64 and older so they wouldn't have any Mustangs in there. That's how it originally started.
That's fucking
That's
awesome.
hilarious.
Fact check that shit.
Oh, they will.
Someone
Somebody will. Yeah.
Someone will, but that is why it's that way.
I liked it more then. I mean, we were pretty young. I was probably 12 or something. I mean, shit's different then. Rose colored glasses and all that, but
Yeah, but
that's not the stuff you see. You don't see that stuff anymore. Even if you go to like even a classic car night, you usually don't see pre-60s cars.
no. You would like going out to like the 100 car pile up and all the traditional rod shows. I bet you'd get a kick out
Where's
of this.
that?
Over in east somewhere.
Oh, okay. Not
then,
not
like-
in the state.
No, yeah, like on the east side of the state.
Oh, okay.
But like Torque Fest and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Simcoe Shakedown in Wisconsin. Like you'd probably get down on that stuff. Lots of traditional rides. Like you can do. It's all period correct, but they allow air ride.
Okay.
But beyond that, you get a lot of the suede paint, the yellow windows,
Yeah.
guys dressing up like greasers. It's really cool. They do pinups everywhere. And
It'll be fun.
yeah, there's a couple of them. Like Retro Rewind is in Dubuque.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
Is that pretty big?
Yeah, and Torque Fest is put on by the same people.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you'd probably get down on that. Me
Like,
on the other
check
hand,
that
like
out.
see, I like the old good guys because I like old street rods.
Yeah.
Like the stuff we couldn't, the fiberglass bodies that were all stretched out and way too much money in them. I dig those.
You talking about like the old school ones or like the SEMA crazy ass?
I like the
builds?
stuff we saw when we were younger.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
like that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Which is like, Boyd Coddington's rods,
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that, like
Yeah.
street rods.
Yep. Chip
You-
Foose, Boyd.
yeah, you don't
Coddington.
see stuff
Yep.
like that anymore.
No, not really.
And now we're going through like whole muscle car era, which is cool. And we're going through weird stuff, which I really like wagons and 4-doors and stuff that used to no one wanted because they were ugly. Now everyone wants them because they're ugly.
Right. To be unique. How do you feel about SEMA in general? Do you think it's just fucking
I've never
crazy?
been. I want to go,
Okay.
but I've never been. Everyone bitches about it.
That it's just
It's just
out of
wild.
control.
It's out of control.
The show itself or the other bullshit that comes with it? Because it sounds to me like it's supposed to be a trade show, but it's
And
not a trade. It's a party.
It's so much of the public's in there anymore. Not like it used to be.
Yeah.
Because any Joe Blow can, oh yeah, I got a company.
I just made this thing up. I made this business card on Vistaprint. Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of people complain about that. It's just kind of a
Free for
it's
all.
it's a big free for all.
Well, how many companies are said to have been there? Like, isn't it just like 6,000 companies or whatever?
Oh, it's an
You
insane
can't-
amount.
You couldn't see all of them if you wanted to.
No, they have
So
a
it's
separate hall just for like wheel companies. They have like the wheel hall, and they have this hall and that hall and outside and inside.
like it's a cool idea, but every time I see like footage or pictures, I'm just like, oh, this was probably cool like 10 years ago.
Can you imagine taking pictures and just having 10,000 people walk in front of you every time?
Constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone complains about is you can't, there's so many people that it's just not fun. Now, Vegas, I'm sure is a blast,
Yeah.
but
Interesting. Next year?
I would love to.
Okay.
I've been saying that
I
for,
think
like,
I'm
10
going
years.
next year.
Your buddy that owns the shop?
Yeah.
You probably know enough people. Someone to hook you up.
I know a few.
You know quite a few people.
Yeah, so like my Blake from Stoner Speed Shop,
Yeah.
he got second year in a row he got a GM Design Award at SEMA.
For real?
That's awesome.
Yeah, this year was for they did the new LT motor and a 58 Cameo.
Oh, that's cool.
It's super dope.
Dude, that's one of those Facebook algorithms have buried his page somewhere on my feed.
Yeah.
I need to find him.
Yeah, find him on like Instagram too. Because then
Stoner
after
Speed Shop?
yeah, because then he left SEMA, went over to Arizona for last weekend was Dino's Get Down out in Phoenix. So this guy has a big, huge Chevy truck party, and then they all cruise over to Good Guys Scottsdale.
What's it called?
Dino's Get Down.
Dino's Get Down. I've not
Yeah.
even heard of that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's all Chevy trucks,
all
though?
Chevys.
What? For real?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's like C10 heaven.
Oh, I got to check that shit out then.
Yeah, get on Instagram and look up like hashtag Get Down with an I.
Huh.
2017.
I will check that out. Oh, I found Stoner Speed Shop on there.
Yeah.
55,000 followers in fucking Hudson, Iowa.
Out of a shop that can barely fit 2 trucks in it.
For real?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Damn.
and he's got a lot across the street full of old trucks that are just waiting in line.
What's his name again?
Blake.
Does he have anybody that even works for him?
I think he's got one kid working for him.
That's
He's-
crazy.
Yeah. So, and
How
then there's a guy in Evansdale, Joel Maddox, that does all his interior stuff from Boss Interiors, and that dude's done Riddler Award cars and all kinds of crazy stuff.
That's
So-
hard to wrap your mind around.
Yeah, an hour and a half from here, there's dudes
Yeah.
building stuff that win awards at SEMA.
And in the middle of nowhere. I mean, basically in the middle of nowhere.
No, Hudson is middle of nowhere.
For most people, they can't understand how small of a place that is.
Yeah, it's tiny. I mean, I don't even think there's a gas station in Hudson,
No way.
but it's close enough to Waterloo. I mean, you're 10 miles from Waterloo.
It's got 2,300 people.
There you go.
They got to have one Casey's in there, surely.
Yeah.
One Casey's gas station.
Maybe
Not the Mega Mart ones, the old ones.
one of the old ghetto ones.
Yeah, they only got like Fritos.
And the bathroom's
couple
not in the
bottles.
back. The bathroom's behind the counter.
Oh, yeah,
it's one of the really
it's-
old ones.
and
You
it's
have to
also
ask
the
for a
mop
key.
closet, and it's literally like 4 square feet. Yeah.
Yep.
It's got 1 star on their Facebook reviews for their Casey's.
Oh, they do have a Casey's. Perfect.
So yeah, but I mean, so you got guys like that are coming out of nowhere. He builds just super cool shit.
But the cool thing about that is that he can have 55,000 followers on Instagram. So that's the good part of
Instagram.
the age that we live
Yeah.
in, right? But at the same time, people create crazy bullshit and take it to SEMA.
Have you seen any of the pictures
Oh, yeah.
from some of the really bad stuff built?
Yeah.
Like the vice grips holding the brake line shut on one of the lifted trucks that was outside.
For real?
I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, there was like a pair of vice grips holding a braided brake line.
Oh, my God.
I'm trying to remember what page that was on. I think it's on That'll Buff Out on Facebook.
Yeah.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I mean, like, there's just some junk. You're just like, God, how'd that get here? And then the really nice stuff just kind of gets overlooked because there's so
Right.
much shit.
yeah.
And that's what, I don't know. I'm not huge into racing like you guys are. I'd love to go to PRI.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I know. I was like, man, if only I could just like hop in the trunk and just go. Because that's how SEMA used to be. Like
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
real small.
legit.
And I'm gonna say small versus SEMA, but it's like a smaller, more like intimate. Like there's a reason
It's
you're
focused.
here. Yeah, it's
Yep.
focused. There's a reason you're here, not just because your buddy Joe owns a body shop. You're here because you're in the industry.
Yeah.
So
You could probably go with this next year. We can get it figured out.
yeah, we can figure it out. I'll be racing by then.
There you go. Perfect.
Boom.
So it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to PRI because a lot of people in the industry have said it's really good, but I definitely want to go to SEMA next year to be able to compare the two,
Yeah,
see what's what.
So everyone tells me like Vegas is a 3-day trip.
You
They're
have
like,
to go for 3 days. You mean?
like Vegas is 3 days. If you're there longer than that, you're there too long. If any
Okay.
shorter time, like 3
you
days.
didn't get it all. Yeah.
Yeah. And my buddies left. They went Sunday through Sunday,
Oh,
and I'm like,
Jesus.
oh my god, dude, 7 days.
That's too long.
Were they exhibiting there, or were they just hanging out?
hanging out.
Did the Vegas thing? Did the
They did
SEMA
the Vegas thing, did the SEMA thing,
Shit.
because like Sunday or Monday night before SEMA, Freaks in Nature, one of the mini truck clubs, does a big pre-party at Hogs and Heifers.
Okay.
And they do the Mini Truck Hall of Fame. They induct some people in there, and it's just a big mini truck party. So they're like, we want to go for that. Because
Okay.
it's like a who's who of old school mini truckers. But yeah, they were there for a week, and I was like, God damn, dude, I'd die. I would die in Vegas if I was there for 7
Dead
days.
or completely broke.
Both.
Yeah.
But I'd come home with no car, no house. Drunk.
Still drunk.
Still
even
drunk.
after the flight.
Yeah. Still shaking that one off. But yeah, it's just like, God, I don't know if I can do a week. But I do want to do SEMA.
We'll do it next year. We'll figure it out.
But you guys will have fun at PRA. Like, now I don't know how much that's all racing stuff, right?
Yeah,
It kind of seems. It seems to be
it's a li-
performance
I was gonna say, what is
based.
so? Is it gonna focus more on drag racing or?
It seems to be all of everything. Because just from the 240 scene, like Wiring Specialties will be there, Sticky will be there. So I mean, companies like that will be there as well. So I mean, it's all across the board.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like a baby SEMA, which is a great thing.
Probably SEMA
What SEMA used to be?
15 years ago, 20
Probably.
years ago. Probably same idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, SEMA's just gotten out of hand.
I think they actually do review your application. It seemed like that we turned in for PRI.
Are you going as media?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So they have a nice little media room for you.
Apparently, yeah. I didn't realize
Some
that
snacks and
I got that thing approved, and so I said, "Hey, I got my media pass or whatever on Instagram." So he was like, "Oh, what did it take to do that?" I was like, "I don't know." I turned in some stuff. Like we had to turn in a proof that we were a real entity. Like
we're a real podcast.
we're a real podcast.
We're a real
hashtag
pieces of shit.
real journalists. We do this for a living. And so, yeah, I turned in some stuff, and then it took them a few days to
check up on you.
Yeah, and then I think
Thank God they didn't listen to my podcast when they were looking through. They weren't like, "Oh, this will be good."
I can't imagine they really spent more than a minute looking at stuff. There's enough people there, but it seemed like they looked at it. That's probably the problem with SEMA is they get like 10,000 applications. You just yep.
Yeah, and they
or
probably
100,000 or I don't know.
They
how
probably
many.
pulled up your website and they're like, "Oh, that's probably pretty legit."
Yep, pass on to the next thing. So, but I guess being media is a different deal.
You have to do real journalism when you're there, though.
Right.
You should do a live, not a live show, but you should record one there.
No.
We'll see. We'll see how noisy it is.
Why?
No one wants to listen to a podcast with background noise.
So, no, but I'm saying like grab the Sicky guys. When's the next time you're gonna see them?
Like all the time.
Do a short interview.
That would be cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like
that's just it, too. Like, the
grab
last-
some people that you would never get here in the mansion to come to Iowa.
We got Alex Roy. I mean, we can get who we need.
That's the truth. So when we did grid, like we got this thing right here.
But I mean, I'm still saying you can like reach out and be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
Oh, we're meeting with people and
know,
like saying, "Hey, like, let's hang out or
let's
whatever."
talk.
Because the thing is, we tried doing that at Grid Life, and then everybody got busy because we got this Zoom recorder thing. You can plug microphones
what
into
is
it.
it?
And everything.
Oh, okay.
It's
It's a
basically a
H-
small thing of his mixer.
Yeah, Zoom H6. It's got batteries in it, and you can attach microphones to it. It's pretty cool. We bought it and thinking, yeah, we're gonna use this at Grid Life. We're gonna do all these interviews, and then everybody's car breaks and
They're so
shit goes
busy.
wrong, and everybody's so busy. And then we got JTP from Formula D, but everybody else was like scatterbrained and trying to break records and all this stuff. And we got interviews after that, but we'll figure it out.
Doesn't hurt to take with you though.
No,
No, we're
it's
gonna
not-
take it. We're gonna
definitely
take
come
it.
with us.
But yeah, I mean, at least you could, make some connections and
Yeah,
just don't let Robbie talk.
It's a networking thing. It's not about podcasts there.
Oh, let
That's-
Michael do the talking then, because
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Wait, no, absolutely.
he'll be over there on your laptop. He'll be like, Michael, don't talk about it if you don't have pictures. Oh, okay.
Don't tell them about that. There's no pictures of it.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean, and everybody we talked to in preparation for going, I mean, you're supposed to treat it like if you were in any other industry, you would treat these shows differently. Like if you manufactured,
If you're like a roofing trade show,
yeah, you'd be like, oh, Jeff from ABC is going to be there, so I'm going to put Jeff on my list here. I'm going to call you, hey, I'm going to send Jeff, hey, Jeff, can we meet on Friday? And yeah, sounds great. And, you'd have an agenda of doing business, which I think is what PRI is. SEMA's like, let's just go and get drunk for 3 days and
look at some
shiny cars that are poorly put together. And
yeah, and then at the same point, you're also media, so you're like, you're not really part of the show. You're just trying to encapsulate it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
capture it, encapsulate it.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
You knew what I was getting at.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess I don't want to pass too much judgment on SEMA because I'm sure it's fun.
Oh, we may be late, but when we show up, we're gonna have a good time.
Okay.
We're gonna be a party.
Yeah.
We'll get kicked out of somewhere. I guarantee it.
You've been banned from this building?
We can try.
Okay.
I mean, it's Vegas. I don't know how hard you got to try, but
Well, that's a good point. It is Vegas. Can you get banned from anything?
maybe,
Stealing money, probably. That's probably how you get banned.
probably.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's good.
Yeah, that's what next weekend.
No, December
Two or 3 weeks. It's the 8th.
Yep.
Oh, is it that far up?
I think that's the Saturday. Is the 8th.
You guys are just driving over, aren't you? Because
Yeah.
it's an Indy, right?
Which is not that far away.
No, it's like
5-6 hours.
no.
It's
I think it's like
7. Yeah, it's
So it's 7 hours,
6 or 7.
which is not bad.
It's no for it seems like it'd be a lot farther than Chicago, but you forget about all the bullshit you got to
You
go
actually
through when you go to
you
Chicago.
drop down and kind of go at an angle
Yeah.
into Indy, and it's a super easy drive.
Good.
Because we're gonna maybe talk about something else later, and that's the way we go to that car show.
Oh, really? What are we talking about later?
Camp and drag. Zach asked about camp and drag. I saw it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go through some
We can do some
questions
questions
on the Facebook? It
There's
could
some-
spark all kinds of conversations.
It
You never
could,
know.
but yeah, Indy's not a bad drive.
No, we're definitely looking forward to it.
You're also talking to a guy who drove to Virginia a couple years ago to go to a car show. We
That's
left.
a long fucking way. Did you take a car or did you just drive?
No, we just drove.
Just to see other cars.
Oh.
Oh,
How far is that? Is that 14 hours?
It was 19 hours.
Fuck. That's a long ways, dude.
Yeah, and we left Thursday night, got back Monday about noon. So we rolled
Mostly
in,
driving then.
we rolled in Friday night at like 10 o'clock and partied till Sunday morning, and then we're like, all right, we better head home. So
That'd be a long 4 days.
we're going to Alabama in May, down to Mobile, Alabama. It's about 18, 19 hours. So we're gonna trailer 2 cars down there for that, but that's a long drive too,
Yeah, for sure.
especially in something that doesn't have cruise control.
Ooh, that's rough.
19 hours with no cruise.
Yeah, we're taking. My buddy's got an 87 square body dually, lifted on 22.5-inch semi Alcoas
Okay.
with a 12 valve,
Okay.
no cruise control, and we're gonna put a 2-car gooseneck on it.
Oof. That's going to suck.
That's
gonna be a long drive.
First thing he said, he goes, "I ain't driving the whole way." So yeah, no shit, I ain't driving any other way. But
Word up. Rob, you got the list over there? You want me to grab it?
No, I don't have it.
Okay. I'm looking it up. There's the one post where you're calling people out, and then there's
yeah, I
Adam.
mean,
Let's start
for
with
s-
Adam's post.
For so
How about
many
that?
people, they're like, "Man, we'd love to
Spencer
have Spencer
should
on."
come
No,
back.
Yeah, we should do Spencer again. Any questions? No, fuck that guy.
Can I skip some questions? Is anybody going to be offended if I skip questions
No.
in this
No.
room?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You probably already offended everybody else, anyways.
Yeah, that's good. The thing is, we find if we just offend everybody, then nobody's actually pissed.
Yeah.
If everybody gets
It's
their
all inclusive.
if everybody gets their day where their target was, they're the target, then everybody's okay. But if you
Don't leave somebody out.
if you try to be PC and then all of a sudden you slip a little bit and you start talking about Toyota reliability and how they're boring, and then that guy gets super offended and
and then you got to bring up Adam Jabay, just because.
just once.
I have to go through. I think he's been brought up in like almost every episode some way.
Probably.
We should almost go through and check it.
You sure
So-
can.
I won't. Someone that listens.
Someone
I don't listen.
you don't listen?
No,
I don't listen either.
I don't know. Actually, the only one I haven't listened to is my own.
Is it weird?
Is that like an ego thing? Like you just can't handle it? Like listen to yourself?
I've already listened to it once.
Well, that's how I feel about listening to re-listening to the podcast. I really can't do it.
Yeah.
I just yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not that I don't think we put on a good show or I don't like my voice, but like I don't want to listen to it.
No,
I did that once.
I'm sure I could go back now and listen to it as a year ago.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, oh, this is fresh. But like when this comes out, I won't listen to it.
No,
I'll be
'cause
like,
you're already here for it.
I don't blame you. Let's see here. Austin wants to know, and this seems like for you. This seems like a question you could answer. Is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco?
neither. It's a hot dog.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's not.
it's like a sub sandwich. Like it's not. So it's a
No, but there's just one. It's just a hot dog on it, though. There's nothing else on it.
no the bun.
Yeah.
A hot dog on a bun.
Yeah.
That
It's-
that is that.
He did
bun-
ask. He didn't specify if it was a hot dog in a bun. What's your definition of a hot dog? Is
Well,
it
a hot
just
dog
the
isn't.
meat?
No, it's in a bun.
Okay, so we're
But I
assuming
wouldn't call
it's in a bun.
I wouldn't call it a sandwich or a taco. It's its own thing. It's a hot dog. Like
it's
you
a
wouldn't go into a hot dog stand and be like, "Yo, give me a sandwich." No, you're gonna be like, "Yo, let me get a hot dog."
It's a good enough answer for me.
I mean,
Seems to stand to reason.
I read it and I was like, it's neither, but I don't really have an answer as to why.
It's definitely not a taco.
And if you wrap it in cornbread, no, it is not a corn dog.
What sick mofo has done that?
Read the replies.
What? It's not a taco. The bread is all wrong. Sandwich, something like that. It's in a cornbread bun. It's in a corn dog. All right.
No, because it has to like completely cover the hot dog and have a stick on it.
If
to
a
be
hot
corn
dog is wrapped in a corn tortilla, is it also a corn dog?
No, that's a sin right there. Do not waste a corn tortilla on a hot dog.
This is our page. This is
our group. This is the page. This is the group.
Well, yeah, but this is we've created this. We've brought these people together from different parts of the country and the world.
I get
to ask you, a guy that lives in Ankeny, Iowa, if you put a corn tortilla around a hot dog, if it becomes a corn dog. This is what we've created for the world. When I die, this is my legacy.
But I get so excited when I open Facebook and there's like notifications on the group page. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. Especially on Sunday. On Sundays are my favorite because I'm like, all right, it's like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. A lot of people have listened to
Somebody's
this.
listened already.
And then it's like all of a sudden it's like boom, boom, like the updates start coming. I was like, oh, this is gonna like. There's times where I'm like, God, I don't want to check it because I haven't listened to it yet, and I don't want to like have a spoiler alert. And then usually I check it anyways, and I'm like, God, that's hilarious, but I wonder why that was brought up. And then 2 hours later, I listen to the podcast. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
I don't know why anybody listens to this show, and there's a lot of people that do, and I do appreciate that.
Super
but
grateful.
Sometimes I really wonder.
I really wish Robbie would, support your own podcast a little
Podcast
more.
by letting it run as long as it.
Well,
is
just
long too,
like
or-
nice 10 cents shirt and hat that you have on, and
I literally just ordered $120 worth of gear.
He did order a lot of shirts. In his defense,
When was the last time you ordered a shirt?
you know what? Actually, I lost one of your shirts.
you lost it.
on.
So the one I wore last time, the turquoise one, the aqua colored one.
Yeah.
I was looking. I was like in my class. Like,
Where is it?
my T-shirts are color coordinated on hangers.
I
can,
have nothing against that.
I can look in the closet and I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
that shirt's missing.
yeah, I want to wear green today, and I'm like, I'm missing a shirt. I'm missing my 10-10 shirt. So then I start thinking, I'm like, where's that at? No
Not a
idea.
clue.
Not a clue. No idea. Good thing I have a pink one too.
Some SOB stole it.
Definitely.
I don't know. Could have been left somewhere.
There's some chick rocking a 10-cent shirt somewhere.
Well, we can only hope. But you travel a lot though, so legitimately you could have left it.
I could have left it at a
Somewhere,
hotel.
yeah.
It could be anywhere. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know how it just disappeared, but it did. I have to order another one. The 80s one. That one's cool.
For sure.
It's good though because they're cheaper now.
They are cheaper now.
Like $1.
No, $5 at least.
Were they? I don't.
They're $20 now, weren't they?
I'm on this podcast now. I don't look at prices anymore. I'm just like,
Right,
T-shirt.
'cause
I want it.
You're a high roller. There's people calling you all the time, like, "Hey Spencer, you want to come on this show? Hey Spencer, can we pay you to come to this event? Hey Spencer, can we get you to wear this for?"
You
X
know, I
amount
have
of
talked
dollars?"
to Ian about being on Both Hand Drive, right?
You should go on Ian's show then.
We've talked about it. I'm a busy person,
I get it, totally, 100%.
so
You travel. We had to wait 2 weeks to get you on here.
yeah. And then I was like,
At least 2
I
weeks.
can do it Thanksgiving week. I mean, I was in Texas in August for work,
Jesus,
so I'm busy. I'm an important person.
I see that. I understand what you're saying.
VIP.
VIP for sure.
What else you got over there?
Do you have a favorite show that's not your own?
On
10
here?
show, yeah.
Yeah.
Ours.
I think it was after this year's Grid Life, because it was more you guys talking about like what had happened, like getting the trailer and going there.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, like hearing the stories about the weekend, not so much like having a topic. It was more like this is this is
happened.
our adventures going to Grid Life and back,
Yeah.
and I like listening to that. I wish I could have gone. We talked about me going this year.
Yeah.
I need to go
You absolutely. Everyone needs to go.
because it's going to be a party.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's nonstop.
it is nonstop.
Now you'll have to get me one of those like backpack leashes, so you don't lose me.
You can't go that far.
No, I'm for sure
I
handing
make
that.
a lot of friends really quick.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
hand
you're
it off
fine.
to somebody. Like, hey, dude, hold this for me, and then I'm just gonna let
Can
you.
you
go.
watch my dog?
I'm gonna let you.
can you watch him
I'm gonna let you off into the world.
into the rave?
Right. This is your. We're letting you go. This is the baby bird moment where we throw you, and you.
Hope I fly.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
some silent disco.
Oh, silent disco is your
No,
jam, bro.
that is
That's
not
got to be
me.
all you. 100%.
They got one of those
Headphones-
downtown.
What the fuck is that, man? Why
Hush.
is that a thing? Why are
Hush,
people
I
making
don't-
money?
It's weird.
Why are people making money doing
They're
that?
making hand over
That's
fist
why I'm
money.
trying to figure out what
$10 for a headset.
Yeah, it's fuck you money.
down here. In
Yeah,
Illinois?
downtown.
Get the fuck out.
Right
of
behind Legends. Behind Legends,
there's
one.
no cover at bars in Des Moines usually.
No. So what you do is you go in. There's no cover, but if you want to listen to some music, it's $10 for headphones.
Get out of here.
Or you can just stand in there in silence and drink.
Which is super weird.
Super awkward.
What is going on, man?
We walked in there, and the people I were with got headphones. The guy's like, "You want some?" I'm like, "For $10, absolutely not." And so he's like, "All right, have a good time." And I'm in there in like silence. I'm like, "Well, this is awkward."
What's going on, man?
That's all you.
All me?
Yeah, I can see you doing that.
No, absolutely not.
Plus,
I think it's the dumbest thing ever.
I can't believe it's the thing.
And then there's two. So there's the headphones are lit up.
Yeah.
So you can tell if there's someone, like, if you're listening to the same thing I am.
Yep.
There's like
So
three,
we can,
what was it,
like,
like
dance together.
four different stations.
It's like, yeah, 2 or 3 different stations you can listen to.
What world are we living in, man?
I don't. It's
A
the
very-
future, man. It's the
It's
future.
the future where
It
you don't
might
have
be
to,
the
like,
future.
interact with people anymore.
Well, that is nice.
Coming from the engineer.
Ah, those damn kids and their rap music.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Jesus.
Goals in preparation for 2018 season. That's from James. Kind of talked about that. You're going to work on the truck.
Get something done. I want to
Get some
drive
shit
that
done.
thing come spring.
That's
I
a
got,
good goal.
I got the letter in the mail to update the tags, and as I'm reading it to figure out which vehicle it's for, I look down and the bumper for my truck is in the garage, and I look down, I read it, and I go, "Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have to renew these this year. I'll just pay the fine next year and be done with it."
Oh. You can put them in storage. Never done it. There's a way to do it. I don't know how.
Yeah, I've never done it either. I just pay the fine.
Isn't it like 5% a month or something, though?
It's not bad. I actually registered a car 3 years. I bought a car and it sat, and I went to register it. She's like, "It's been registered in like 3 years." So I was like, "Okay, what's the damage?" She's like, "Oh, it's like $100." I'm like, "Okay."
I suppose if it's over 10 years old or whatever it is, when the rate goes down, it's probably not that bad.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Is your beard the panty dropper it pretends to be?
Everybody would like to know.
This is your show. You decide you want to answer this question.
I don't know. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I hear like, "Oh, it looks so much better when it's short." And I was like, "Well, it's my face." So some people like it when it's long. It just kind of depends. I cut it. I cut it in August and regret it. So now we're gonna see how long we can
It's
go.
not. It's like medium length right now.
Yeah, I just trimmed it up.
How long was it though?
Oh, I don't know. That picture he's got.
Oh, the one he's going to put on the YouTube video.
Yeah. It was long. It would tuck into my shirt.
Oh, that picture doesn't. it's not-
yeah.
The picture's not as long as you think.
No, but it would tuck into my shirt.
It's pretty long on the underside though.
Yeah, I suppose. It's not much longer than we got now, I don't think.
Yeah, but his underside of it's pretty short.
It's pretty short right now.
Okay.
But yes, it is. It does its wonders. The color helps too, being bright red.
Careful though. There's a certain Formula D driver that will make fun of you for it. So
Bring it.
okay, just telling you.
So we'll do a thing like he can make fun of it, but I got to make a lap in his car. That sounds good, right?
I think that's fair.
That's fair. I don't have to drive. I mean, I can ride shotgun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's 100% fair.
We can make that work.
Yeah.
I've heard it all. So
I'm going to read this whole thing, and then you decide where you want to take this. It's from Zach. Explain the mini truck scene to me again. How is it? Excuse me. And how is the nightlife at Camp and Drag versus Camp and Drag a few years ago? How does one drag it?
one drags it. Just lay it out and let it go. Let the sparks fly.
Okay.
Camp and drag. It really grew up in the last couple years.
Like it went corporate, or
No, the club.
people got older?
The club that puts it on is Ballistic out of Illinois, Indiana area. And this show is in Waveland, Indiana, middle of nowhere. No cell service. It's at a state park. And it was it got known to be just a wild, wild show.
Okay.
It was a 3-day show, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. People would show up Wednesday to get their camping spot. I mean, you camp. You stay on site. You camp.
Okay.
People would show up Wednesday, and it got way out of hand. I'm pretty sure I saw like 2 pornos being made one year. Like, wild. Saw a chick getting banged in the back of a truck while it was driving. Like, I mean, just the stuff that you're like, I would never see this. You could see it. It was nuts. Their only rules were no fireworks, and no burnouts. 2 rules, simple rules. And I mean, it's just thousands of trucks and thousands of people, and it was a great time. And then
So is it literally just camping, or is there like a bunch of other stuff going on?
No, it's just a car show. There's literally just a car show in a park and camping, and you cruise the whole time. It's like it's on a huge. There's like a loop, and then you kind of take this path down, and you turn around at the end and come back. You just cruise, and you camp, you drag, you show. They used to do a downhill derby that got canceled after the ambulance was there twice in 1 year because they had like jumps and ramps, and
Yeah.
it was
Got
bad.
a little out of control.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
And then the bikini contest got out of hand, so they canceled that.
You've got to ruin good shit.
Like they would throw.
Well, they got to wear the bikinis if they want to have a bikini contest.
Yeah, those
Fair.
didn't last long.
Fair
But
point,
I'm
Robbie.
like, they would throw thousands of dollars out in the crowd during it. It was wild. It was a party. It was a great show. One of the vendors they still do it on Friday night. They call it Free Beer Friday, and
Seems safe.
and the vendors literally bring hundreds of cases of beer, and just it's free beer. Everyone hangs out at their trailer, and parties away all night. 3 years ago, it rained bad. That was the year we took the old blue truck
Okay.
that used to be at my house,
Yeah.
and someone about hit it. There was mud all over it. Basically, people had found out how big of a party it was, just showed up to party, and it rained, and they tore everything up. So 2 years ago, the club said, we're going to do an application process. And people lost their fucking minds. Like, why would I have to apply to go to a show? Super simple. You basically were like, here's me. Here's 3 people that can vouch for me. This is what I drive.
Yeah.
If you're in a club, this is the club I'm in. And the president of the card club that put it on was just basically like, okay, cool. Maybe check one of your references if you didn't know you. It was simple. Took like 30 seconds. People lost their mind, said we'll never go. It was one of the best shows they ever had. Like,
You just took all the riffraff away.
yeah, it took all the riffraff away. The people that were there wanted to be there.
Yeah.
The quality of trucks was there. People coming from California and Texas and to some small town Indiana to have a car show. And, you know, there's still the party atmosphere, but it's not as wild as it used to be. It's really calmed down and turned into a good show. So it's one of those where it was really cool when they were doing this, but now it's like, this is actually a lot more fun. Because, like, the first year I went, I don't think I slept at all. Because, I mean, it's 4 a.m, you hear train horns going off, and people are still partying. And I slept on the ground outside the tent for, like, an hour.
And that was it.
Like, I went for 4 days, I didn't shower. Because, like, there's one shower house on the whole place. You're trying to put 1,000 people into one shower
Right.
house. You know, it's like, well, that's not going to happen.
Right.
But no, I mean, they really turned around to be a great show. I think this year they filled up the guy in Indiana built a grain truck,
Okay.
like a 50s grain truck, and they filled it with Hot Wheels for charity, like 15,000 Hot Wheels.
Whoa.
Yeah. So they really kind of turned around and turned it into a good thing. But Camp and Drag used to be the spot. You could just do whatever you
wanted
It was like
to.
Vegas, yeah. And there was no cell service, so you know what I mean? No proof of anything.
Yeah. So still rad, just different.
Yeah, we're getting older, man. We gotta stay
Got to tone
calm.
it down a little bit.
I mean, I've gotten drunk at a church car show before.
Yeah, you talked about it on the last episode.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Or you told.
I'll still do it again. I'm not above it.
No.
I like to party, but only on the weekends, not on school nights anymore.
You gotta grow
Just
up.
getting too old,
Yeah,
man.
you gotta grow up
Just getting
sometime.
too old. Need a little bit of recovery time in there, weekend to weekend.
Yeah. Unless I'm on the road, then it's a whole different story.
Fucking sucks getting old, man. That's not fun.
What are you talking about?
How old are you?
Old enough?
33?
No, not yet.
32?
Almost.
Really?
Yeah.
You make it sound like you're almost 40, but, you know,
I can't get out of bed in the morning. Literally.
you just stiff?
I just sleep in.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I'm stiff. I got 32 years old. I got 2 bad shoulders
For real? From doing what?
from my job.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What are you doing in your job that's making your shoulders that fucked up?
Pulling levers up over my head. Running equipment.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
that
so I'm
shit's hard
always-
on your rotator
always like
cuffs, man.
this,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people have shoulder injuries.
You tough it out.
What other choice do you have?
Yep. What, Robbie? You got any questions for me? You've been kind of quiet. I thought you were gonna harass me all night.
He's just getting zingers in between me talking to you.
He's kind of treating it like an interview. I'm just gonna let him go. You said you showed up with a bunch of stuff. I'm like, well, don't let me get in the way.
Yeah, but you guys ruined it. Like, well, just my whole rant on engineers in general.
I ruined that?
No, I think I got over it after being here a while.
You're welcome.
I work with engineers and they annoy the shit out of me. But this is how the book says it should go. Well, that's wrong. It's not real life.
How old are these engineers?
And what book are they using?
Are they in their early 20s?
No, the ones
Oh,
I work
really?
with that are younger are actually really kind of more like, oh, I get it.
Really?
It's the older ones that are like, nope, this is
We've done it this way for 100 years.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
and it doesn't help that I think we don't have female listeners because it sound bad, but we have one female engineer
Oh, jeez.
in a field.
Robbie, you calm down.
Well, and it's geotech engineer, so it's 90% men.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And so I've got this one female engineer that thinks that she has to prove herself,
Yeah.
and it's always at my expense. And I'm just like, fuck you.
You're just in the crosshairs.
Yeah, every time, and I'm just like, you don't have to make an example out of me all the time. Once in a while, I deserve it, but rules are meant to be bent.
Well, yeah.
I just figured you were getting targeted by the kids straight out of college because they
Trying to
seem
make a name
be,
for themselves?
Well, no, they seem to be the problem because they go like, well, yeah, but in my name a class, whatever. In my class, we, this is how we did it. This is how they told us to do it. And then you go, but that's
Nope.
not how anybody does it.
Not how that works.
In the real world. Or there's a shortcut. Or trust me.
Yeah.
This is the process that we
Trust
use.
me.
This is how we do it.
I got one like that, but I think it's more his personality, not the fact that he just got out of school.
He just needs to.
See, you know how engineers are. They're a little
Yeah, they're a little tight.
more
Little-
introvert than
Right,
extrovert.
exactly.
Yeah.
What's that like?
What?
The introvert that every single week talks to multiple thousands of people over the airwaves.
But he don't have to look at him, so it's
No,
easy.
is that what it is?
I can do it behind a mic.
Yeah,
okay.
it's he's like, no one can see me. You
can't
so
see
I'm
me.
Fine. John Cena. But yeah, so it's like the younger engineers I work with are great. They're they get it. They're like, man, I know it sucks, but we really need this or need that. And I'm just like, God damn it, good thing we're friends.
Yeah, you do see the opposite end of the spectrum, like even at college too, because you get the guys that were completely book smart, didn't understand anything outside of that book, and then you get guys on the other side of the spectrum that would raise their hand in class, going, "Yeah, how can I use this in real life? I don't need to derive this for just how can I use it?"
Yeah, those are the guys I want to work with, because those are the guys like when I have problems out in the field and I make a phone call, and I'm like, "This is the problem," and they're like, "Do whatever you have to do. I'm like,
Fix it.
Perfect. Let me do it."
I'll look over here. You fix it. I'll sign it. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need someone to be like, well, this is what we said we'd do. This is how we have to do it. It's like, that's not going to work.
All right, I'm going to disposition this nonconformance as fix as needed, and then I'm just going to walk away.
Yep.
You fix it. I'll sign it.
That's my man right there. We just became
See,
friends.
look at you guys.
Handsome Rob. And
Making
he
up.
winked at me too.
I know, making up. You guys were at each other's odds right at the beginning. Now you're best friends.
So when Daniel Craig's done at 007, I think you could step right in.
I do look good in a suit.
Handsome Rob,
Handsome Rob.
007.
I did have the 007 license plate for a long time.
Or you could take over as Jason Statham. I mean, he's got to retire at some point.
You could be Handsome Rob.
You
in
could
the new
actually
Italian
be
job.
Handsome Rob. Yeah.
It's about time we do another one of those.
We almost need to. We've got new Mini Coopers. I mean, why not?
Isn't there
not?
like 7? Oh, Italian job. Not.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Well-
Oh, I was thinking transporter, not Italian job.
Well,
No.
He's not Handsome Rob in transporter.
I've seen Robbie drive. He can't be the transporter.
Wow.
Now you're enemies again. Just like that.
Yeah,
It's
when
pretty
have you
amazing.
seen me drive? Oh, you can probably watch
I'm not the
video.
one. I'm not the one doing body work on a fitted body kit either.
Why not?
Because I'm not dumb enough to put one on in the first place. And two, I'd keep it on the track and not in the mud. But
Ooh, shit.
Wow.
Dude, when you should come.
You should go drifting.
Dude,
Then
come drifting.
Put your money where your mouth
Just come
is.
hang out. Just come hang out. You don't have to even ride
Hey.
with us.
I'll drive the 240. We'll see who does better.
No, the 240's done drifting.
He got his drift card removed. I took it from him.
Yep. Got
Dude,
other
ooh.
plans with that car.
You got an RX-7 though.
Yeah.
I ain't kick that thing.
Come
sideways.
party. Come hang out, dude. You would love drifters.
Oh, I never said I wouldn't.
You'd love it.
I know
We'll
I would.
we'll get you in the cars and everything. You'll be like, this is fucking crazy. You guys.
I
want
to ride in the back seat of Luke's car.
Oh, he took it out.
Damn it!
Because
I'll
you
still
can't-
ride
You
back
can't
there.
fit the
You can't.
cage.
Well, so he could have put the cage in it, but then he couldn't compete. Because
It wouldn't have been compliant.
It'd be a non-compliant cage,
Ew.
and he's good. Like he could,
Yeah. He does his thing.
yeah. And he wanted to do well. Then they canceled MDU. The Midwest Drift Union, the competitive drift union we had around here, gone.
What?
They just packed it up. Like, nah, we're done. Thanks.
So what's he gonna do now then?
You have to go to Texas.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's the closest.
Or South Dakota.
Kansas don't do nothing.
South Dakota. They're not a feeder series though for
US
FD
Drift?
though.
Yeah, where's the U.S. Drifts at?
South Dakota's U.S. Drift.
Yep.
So will that, if he does that though, will he be able to like get in to do like real big events?
Yeah, he could.
Potentially, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's good.
he could.
drive.
He could go Formula Pro Am or Formula 2 eventually.
Now, you've done Grid Life.
Yeah.
Compare that to the O Drift Collective. Like, what do you have more fun at? Granted, I know the O Drift is close and there's more of them.
Yeah, and we're driving out there.
Do you
We
guys
get to
do you drive
participate.
there and back, or do you guys stay out there?
The last 2 times we've driven out there and back, I don't know. We may do something different next year because the 2-day event. I don't know. Like if we'll see. I guess it depends on what state the car is in, and if I think it'll last 2 days, and
Because they do that
It's
at the
hard
same
on
time
shit.
as they do the I-29 no preps, right?
Sometimes.
they did.
Yeah. Which you still got to get those guys on here too.
Oh, Jason.
Jason and Jordan. Jason
Yeah.
Seitz and Jordan
Yep.
Sherp.
Yep.
Yeah, you got. I'm telling you, hook up before they do their no preps next.
We're
spring.
gonna do the local circuit now. You're like the kickoff for the local circuit. We're gonna do some more local guys because there's dudes going to taking cars locally to SEMA, and there's guys doing crazy.
Yeah.
It's just there's guys here.
doing crazy shit.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk. I got one more setup. I don't want to say who it is in case it falls through, but I got one setup and one potentially in the next month and a half.
Nice.
So we'll
yeah,
talk.
because we talked about that last year, doing
Yeah.
trying to get the racing guys in here,
Yeah.
the drag guys in here.
Or go over to his shop and Jordan's shop.
Yeah,
If he'd be open to that.
especially with that new car.
Yeah, I don't know much about that yet.
I don't know a whole lot about it, but
Mustang drag racing.
another new Edge Mustang.
Yep. So you asked which one's better. Grid Life's for sure better.
Just because of the atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere and the setup, and
I mean,
the-
how many? Pete, did you end up getting on the track?
not this year. No,
No, I wasn't on track this year. Last year I rode along.
But didn't one of you buy a track?
I had a
pass?
ticket.
You had a ticket.
I had a
to
ticket,
run.
and then all of our shit got stolen. Remember that? Because I had to do. Did you
Huh?
not hear about this?
What?
Where were you? I didn't talk about it
yeah.
on the show because it was.
Yeah, you did.
Well, not much though.
No, you did mention it.
because it was a bad deal. Yeah, somebody broke into our shop and
Oh,
stole.
yeah.
Stole.
Down at the-
they didn't steal cars, but they stole all our fucking tools and our tow rig.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah.
For 2 months, we couldn't get anything done. So
I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I forgot about
I had
that.
to sell the. I sold it. Well, I didn't have to, but I was like, I could either rush this and not feel prepared, or just sell the ticket and just do it. Go have fun. And
Completely forgot about that.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming there's a lot more drivers at the Grid Life.
Oh, it's crazy, man. They have a huge paddock at Gingerman. Fucking huge. The whole. I mean, it was overfilled.
Yeah, they're spilling into like spectator area.
So, I mean, you're out there and you just, I guess you guys were media, so you guys were out taking pictures.
We're staff.
Technically, we're staff.
It's just crazy. I had like 3
Wait.
wristbands. I don't even know what they did.
Who do you know?
Nobody.
We're not going to mention names, like, because you already called us out for it.
Yeah, we can't mention his name.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I need to go. I'm not gonna. I'll tell him right now. You can call me staff. I ain't gonna do shit. I'll be there.
Well,
I
you
just-
guys,
yeah.
you guys were gonna grid, but
Yeah.
something came up.
See, I'm more the guy you want around because like I'll work on something when you break it, but I'm just there to have a good time. But I'm there.
But that's kind of the thing, though, is like people just show up like, "Hey, I'm just here to have a good time."
yeah, I'm just here to kick it. But
Yeah.
when shit breaks, you can be like, "Yo, I got you.
Time to work.
I got you."
That's good,
I worked
too,
on the RX-7 a little bit.
He did. He came
I
down
helped pull like 10,000 feet of wire out of that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Yep.
I really could use your help this week.
On what?
Rapping.
Of course.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Of course. What did I say before? What did he do? So I learned about the fact that he was rapping after he was rapping.
That's what he always does.
That's what I'm saying.
It's what he always does. He goes,
Now he comes in here like, oh, I could have used a hand. We could have used a heads up.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, actually, you guys,
my phone didn't ring.
That's
you
mine
were
didn't
on the
either.
road and you were at work when I was doing this because I took a half day to get that YouTube
that's
video
right.
done.
Do you see what I did to him the other day?
No, what'd you
No,
do?
what'd you do?
Someone's like, "Hey, anyone, like good at doing vinyl raps?" And I'm like, "Robert."
Tag.
I can tell you it's not true.
And he goes, "That's a little early for that." I'm like, "No, you got this."
The trunk looks okay. That's all you did, right?
Yeah, it looks really good from about a foot back.
That gas door though,
It's blue, son.
on point.
Yeah, that's gonna have to come off. That's gonna come off for sure.
That's you're gonna beat yourself up over this.
No. The decklet stand. It's close enough. I don't care. But
Okay, so anyway, back to your question. The thing about Odrift though is that if you're signed up to drive, like you're the thing. You're the
Yeah.
you're the event in that case.
Yeah.
But people are not really coming there to
Spectate.
not really.
really.
They're trying to work on that because the really crazy thing is we were over there drifting. This is the one in July because they were doing the I-29 drag thing. We're over there drifting. There's literally like 3 people in the stands.
Yeah.
We've got 60 drivers and people like Luke and Matt that are actually really, really good drifters out there drifting for people. And there's spectator areas, there's stands and stuff like that. It's like 3 people up there. They're doing. There was no prep.
no
even.
prep. Yep.
Yeah.
They're doing no prep.
Thousands.
Thousands of people.
Because 1320's there.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, they help put that on.
That's.
It's so crazy that
I
that
mean-
big of a difference.
I do and I do get it and I don't get it. Like
And I mean, they're 1320 is huge,
yeah, they are.
and so when you got guys, beater bombs from Omaha, so
Right.
you got those guys that have been on YouTube and on the internet, and the people are like, oh my god, so and so's going to be there, so and so's going to be there, like people get excited, people follow that, man.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I follow that.
Do you think it's our fault collectively because we're not? I mean, we'll never be 1320, but
No,
is somebody's not producing that content for people to watch and be like, oh, Luke's fucking rad, man. I'm gonna go to Odrift because he said he's gonna be there on the 19th.
I think it's part of it. I mean, drifting's getting bigger. I still don't think there's enough following for it for spectator wise.
No, because they really struggle with spectators.
I mean, like all the stuff you guys do, I don't see any videos from it. I'm not saying that's your fault, but I mean, if someone could watch Luke throw that G8 around, people get excited. Because I mean, especially something that looks stock, and he's just throwing it and making it look easy.
Yeah,
People are like, "Oh, that's cool."
yeah.
So yeah,
maybe there's something to be learned from 1320's format. The only thing that's tricky about it is I think it's the same reason that dragging spectates well is it's like it's a quick hit. You know what I mean? It's that quick like okay, he did his burnout, he staged the lights, the tree, boom, and
He's done.
Yep,
Next one's
he's
up.
done in 7 seconds. Okay, and then it's just you're bam, 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 and you're 2 is like a media person. You're in one spot. Like this is my spot. I shot his burnout. I shot his reaction. I can see the lights, or I can see the time. If I zoom in, that's easy to shoot. Drifting, those guys are like
all over
the
Yeah.
place. He's on this side of the track now. He's on this side of the track now. He's over there. Now he's over there. So from the perspective of it is trickier.
Yeah, and I get it. It'd be cool to see more of a following for it. Now, when you're doing that, do you how much are you in the car? Or how often
You're
do you-
in there. So the tricky part about it is, and
I mean, do you just you make your run, then you get right back in line to do it again?
yeah,
Or, okay.
yeah, you can if your car will take that and you will take that, you could be out there for 10 hours.
Yeah, the entire day.
Oh, you can just go.
Yeah,
go.
just go. And they'll take a break. That's like an hour so that people can eat and because they've got volunteers that are standing out there on the track.
Kind of like an autocross. You guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got
corners
some spotters and people to let people go, and if somebody got hurt or whatever to
Suck it up.
tow it up. Yeah,
Just drive it out of the dirt, Robbie. You don't need a tow truck.
So, I mean, if you can stand being out there for 8-10 hours, you'll be out there for 8-10 hours. The problem is, like our cars, we don't have cages, so we can't go in the cage line because there's a single line, which is no cages, and there's a tandem line, which is guys with cages.
Those guys know what they're doing. You don't go on that line.
No. Well,
no.
Not only that, but that line's way shorter. And so the guys that have cages, so the more experienced you are, the more track time you're going to get because you can go on the tandem line. And even like the guys that aren't really close, like the thing about tandeming that's really weird is I have to trust you and you have to trust me that you're not going to crash into me, or we have to be good enough friends that I'm going to say, okay, your job is to make as big of a spectacle as possible. And if that means you're going to run into me with your bash bar, that's what we're doing here.
Sorry. Yeah.
Because I mean, that's how Zach wrecked a car. He and his buddy were tandeming. They were tandeming, and they
pushing the limits.
They were pushing the limit, and somebody gripped up, and they crashed, and they ruined 2 cars. So it's
that happens.
But there's guys that get in the tandem line. They're like, I don't really, they'll try to split it. Like, oh no, these 2 cars, like we're going together. Or if you go out with people you don't know, you give them space. So
in case something happens,
you minimize that crash, but.
Yeah,
it's a whole other aspect of it.
It's on my list of things to do. I'd like to travel with you guys next year, at least one place.
Definitely.
Maybe 2. We'll count SEMA. So
it's worth.
I'm letting you know though, like when we go to SEMA, like when I'm here in the morning to pick you up to go to the airport, like I've already got a roadie. We're rolling. We're headed to Vegas.
Going deep.
Yeah, we're going deep. Like I'm gonna be throwing my beer away as we're walking in the airport. Like,
dude, I've never been to Vegas.
Either have I.
Stop. Oh, really? I thought you'd been to Vegas.
No.
My problem is I don't know what I'll do there because I'm not a like people are like, oh, you should go to Vegas. I'm like, yeah, but why? Like I don't.
Fremont Street's cool. I mean, that's the one with the big light over.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like I don't know. I'd have to actually look into what I would do if I was going to go because I'm not.
If you're going to go for SEMA, you're going to be there,
right? But like other people, like people that live in the real world, not this stupid shit that we do. Like real adults, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The people I work with, they're like, yeah, you're going to Vegas for the weekend. I'm like, why would I go?
Yeah, because all they're going to do is spend like $4,000 at a swim-up bar on a tab.
Yep, and gamble.
Yeah,
and go to a show to justify it. And
yeah,
but I don't gamble. Like I literally get no satisfaction, no adrenaline hit, no nothing from it's nothing happens. Like money goes in, and either money comes back to me or it stays in, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that happened.
Yeah, I mean, for
some people, it's like it ruins their life. But for me, I'm like, I get nothing out of this.
I always get enraged because I do a list of all the things I could have bought with that money. Like, there's like, oh, I could have bought that car part. Like, nope. Money just gone.
I walk into a casino and I'm like, this $200 in my hand will be gone when I walk out.
Yeah, that's...
So when I walk out, I'm like, I'm not like, oh, fuck, I lost $200. It's more like, oh, well, saw that one coming.
See, for me, it's I've decided to invest $200 in having fun, in heavy air quotes.
Yeah.
This is my investment for today.
Yeah.
So if I walk out with 0 or I walk out with 400, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because I've come in with money that I'm willing to lose.
No, and going to Vegas is more just like, I want to go to Vegas just to go.
Yeah.
Never been. It'll be fun.
Yeah. So anyway.
But yeah, we'll do that. But I'm going to do some more traveling with you guys too.
Rad. Can I ask you more questions?
Yeah. You got more?
Yeah, I think so. So Chad, he has, you know this one.
That went really like off on a tangent.
That's why I said we should do the questions because then we'll get out there and get a little wild. And then when we come back, we're like, hey, Robbie, it's been 3 hours, and he'll be really excited.
Hopefully. So. Actually, I'm agree with Robbie for once. Like, I do have to go home at a reasonable time.
We're at an hour and 20 minutes.
We're good.
Chad asked, I love S10s, wagons, and El Caminos. Currently have a big B-body wagon and a trusty, rusty S10. If you had to pick one of the two to put air ride on, which one would it be?
Wagon, all day.
He's got to bag the wagon, dude.
All day.
Bag the wagon for sure.
The wagons are just unreal. They're starting to get really popular, and the more I see laid out, the more I'm like, yep.
Well, those B-body wagons, the Impalas, the SSs, the real ones, stupid money.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy money. And I think people are kind of going, yeah, but the wagons are cool now. And they made a B-body. They made a B-body wagon. Oh, I know.
There was one up by me that was bagged for a while on 20s. So it was a Roadmaster wagon a buddy of mine had. It was bagged.
They're starting to trend up a little bit.
Someone's got a hook on one.
You gonna get it?
I don't know. It was built by a guy in my club from Michigan, and then it went to Davenport, and now it is in the Fort Dodge area. Hacked up, still on hydraulics, but it's all in primer Caprice wagon. I'm like, I kind of want it.
It's on hydros.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That'd be fun.
Hydros
Wild.
with some old like Colorado custom wheels. I kind of want it, but it's pretty haggard.
Reasonably priced. Could be potentially.
Could be. So that's one reason I'm trying to maybe
get the
my
truck out?
Get my truck out.
Yep. It's about the same size as the truck, though.
Oh, it's way longer. It's like
Is it?
6 feet. It's got to be. Those Oh
They're
no, no, it is the same size because he did put his in the garage. So
I
it'll
think you
fit in the
can.
garage.
I think you can put a full 4x8 sheet of plywood in the back of one of those.
Probably because I can't do that in my truck.
That's they're cool. I like them. I don't care what Adam says.
But yeah, always go wagon.
LT ones for life. Why you mad, bro?
Because there's no aftermarket for them. My buddy's trying to get me to pick up a Camaro. It's a 93 Z28. It's clean, but I'm like, there's no aftermarket for the LT.
Don't get the 93.
Don't do it.
That's the one with the fucked up opti. You know, all the people that, up to sport, good for it. It's from the 93s.
Well, I don't plan on it anyways.
Okay.
But
If you're an old school hot rodder, there's tons of aftermarket.
yeah, you just pull the motor out and put an LS1 in it.
Nah, cheater. Let's
Worth
see
it.
what else we got here.
RB.
Or RB,
RB
swap
swap
it.
it.
RB swap it
There
for
you
sure.
go.
I mean, because those
I fully
motors aren't like
support.
6 foot long.
Yeah, they are.
They're huge. Vaughn had built one into an old Datsun pickup, and they had to actually move that firewall back because that motor was so long.
Yep.
And then the guy that owned the truck was like 6'4". And so Vaughn built it. We always laughed. We're like, man, you built this thing around you. The guy that owns it's twice your size. He was like,
Now
yeah,
he doesn't fit in it.
Watching that dude drive it was hilarious. Like knees all the way up here.
Benefits of air ride in racing situations. I'm not qualified enough to talk about that. Air ride, though. If you go to, is it
Dude, go
or
to
no, Ride Tech. Is
go
it
to-
Ride Tech or
yeah.
Air Ride?
Ride Tech.
Go to Ride Tech and check out what all they've got because they race cars all the time.
Dude, go to Good Guys Autocross.
Yeah.
Everybody that runs fast times on air ride.
Yep.
Now it's not like full blown air ride like I would build. I mean, there's shock waves where they got shocks inside of them, and
Yeah.
and they're built for that. But yeah, for racing purposes, air ride's the way to go. Drag racing, on the other hand, junk.
No good.
I think it absorbs too much.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah, I don't know.
and mechanically, you have something that's full of air and you put a bunch of weight on it. What's it gonna do? It's just gonna
Squat.
yeah.
This is where Adam could weigh in.
It's not gonna bite like it should.
I think that was it for questions. That's all. There were some
all
other.
three
There
of
was
them?
sorry. There were some other ones that were soda or pop. How about that one?
Soda pop,
Both together.
soda.
Soda.
That was it. Sorry, dude.
You guys all let me down.
So this is what happens when you give people what they want.
I know. You give them what they want, and all of a sudden it's just not as good.
Don't you remember the AMA episode?
Yeah.
Literally before I asked the question last night. I said Spencer would be a good one to test the waters to see if people will bite on the because we've never done it before. Hey, we're having a guest on. I said let's try Spencer because people love Spencer. They keep asking to have Spencer on. Let's just see what happens. And Robbie said, "Yeah, it'll go really well, just like our AMA went well."
Yeah. So I almost last night I was laying in bed and I was like, I should almost put on the group like, hey, does anyone have a question they'd love to ask me? I was like, no. I was like, I'm gonna leave it a big surprise that I'm gonna be on. And then I wake up this morning. Adam's like, hey, Spencer's gonna be on. I'm like, well, fuck. Now I look like an idiot. Now
That's
what are
okay.
you drinking?
This is just water.
Oh, I'm like, Jiminy Christmas.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Apparently,
3-hour podcast. It takes a lot out of you.
I'm starving though. Did you make any food?
No. Should we do some news though?
Yeah.
Do you want to move on to the news? Are you
Yeah,
ready to
that's fine.
relinquish and go to the... Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand. This is not going to be nearly as good as the first one.
Why you got to be a downer like that, bro? We haven't even gotten into the news yet.
I know. We haven't really got into it. You know, I don't... Did we ever go over... I don't know if we did. I was thinking about it today. Like, there's always... Everybody's got that one car. If I was like, hey, when you think about it, like, what's the one thing that made you want to build this or build that? There's a car that pops into your mind, right? When you're
Thinking. Like meaning
Like,
Meaning what exactly? Explain that a little bit more. Like when I was younger, like
Yeah,
something
like when
that
you were
inspired me to.
like there's a truck that I always go to, and people are like, "Man, what got you into trucks?" There was a truck called Crew Cut. It was a dually, old body style dually, Cadillac front end on it.
Okay.
Cut the whole roof off, damn thing.
Okay.
Crew Cut with a K. And it was green. It was flamed out. But yeah, they cut the roof off. Had 4 captain seats in it.
Robbie's got a picture he's going to show us.
That truck right there.
Oh,
Like,
with the
that's-
Escalade front on it.
Yeah, and that truck right there was like, because I was like him. I was in the lowriders. Like, man, I had every lowrider when I was like 14. Loved Lowrider magazine because they were building cool stuff. I saw that. I was like, nope, trucks it is. Like that right there.
So are you asking me if there was one thing that really
is there
tipped
one
it?
thing that sticks out for you, where it's like when you saw something that was built, where you were just like, yep, I want to do something like that.
Well, I think when I was really young, I think it was when Barrett Jackson was kind of getting big, and it was on Speed Channel. 70 SS 454 Chevelle with the LS6 motor, which was the 450.
Man, they had LS6s
450.
back then. Jeez.
Yeah. Coil packs and everything. Yep, that's the one. And I was like, that for me is, that wasn't a one car in particular. It's
Yeah.
just that car.
You were just like,
That for me is like, man, that's fucking like I had this book. I should see if it's at my parents' house or not. It was a giant coffee table book. It was really thick, full of muscle cars, and they went through and they had specs for everything and all the models that they made. Like that for me was the epitome of this is the muscle car.
That's
This
the
is
muscle
it.
car,
This
yeah.
is the muscle car. So, I mean that probably really drove cars for me, like as an obsession. The other thing that's really weird is when I was young, I also had a book about 911s. And at the time, the 996 was that was the most state-of-the-art 911. That was, the current
end all
production
be
model.
all, yeah.
Right, and so, the turbo or whatever. And I think it's really funny because for me, when I think about Porsche, that's what I associate with is the 996 because that's the one from my childhood. That's the one that everybody hates. So for me, it makes it even better because they're really cheap. But the problem is now every podcast about cars talks about Porsche. And so it's ruined Porsche for me, which really hurts me because like this, I was like, when I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, I could easily buy a 996 because you can get them for like 20 grand or less now. Like I could justify in my mind in a stupid way that I could drive it every day and I could make this work.
yeah.
I could finagle it and make it work. But now that I'm in podcasting and almost every other podcast is about Porsches, it's ruined the brand for me, which really sucks.
Now, see, I want one that people hate more than that.
Which one?
914.
Oh, I think it's just me. I think I'm the only person that hates a 914. Do you like 914s, Rob?
They're ugly.
I don't hate them.
You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I don't like them.
They were ugly. They were boxes. They were hideous.
Yep. They had pop-up headlights, which usually I
Yes.
love. They're mid-engine.
You could do the 914-4, the 914-6.
Yep.
The inline. My dad had 2 of them before
Really?
I was born. Yeah, when he was
I
younger.
didn't even know that.
He had 2 of them, and it's always been one of those where I was like, I'd love to build one. I can't fit into one, kind of like the Miata thing,
Yeah, they're itty bitty.
but I'd love to have one. And I saw that one at Good Guys last year
Yep.
that was lifting. I was like, dude, why? Why? Like, just ruined. It was a good looking car,
Yeah.
and they ruined it. It was in good shape, so it's like that 914. I'm like, man, I'd love to have one. It's not something that got me into cars, but I would love to.
It's just
have
on
one.
that short list of.
It's on that
if
short list
it
of-
came out in front of you, you'd have to get it.
Yeah, and I found one, but it was in really bad shape, and I was like, nope. I know how projects go in my house. They don't get done. But
What about you, Robbie? You got
yeah,
one
so you got a car?
that
Mine
sticks
was-
out for you?
Mine was the top secret V12 Supra. They put two JZs together.
Oh, yeah.
That was on the cover of Super Street. That was the first Super Street I ever bought. I don't know if that was before or after Fast and Furious. I gotta check.
Did
but
they do one
that
of their
was-
cover shoots where they like ghosted in the hood too, so it looked like the hood was see through?
I'm sure there has to be a Photoshop in there somewhere
Yeah.
in that article. But I had that magazine. I bet I had it for 10 years.
Really?
It was the one Super Street I'd always go back to. It was the reason I got a subscription. It was the reason I got into cars.
There is another truck that was built. This was after I'd already been into trucks and building them.
Yeah.
There was one that was built in Tennessee, and it had a Tacoma front end. It was a Blazer with a Tacoma front end on it.
That's bizarre.
And it worked. It looked really good. And I had like 3 posters of it. And I was just like, oh, I love that. It was like, I had my Blazer. I'm like, this is it. Like, this is what I'm going to
do. Yeah.
And it came up for sale. And I called the guy and I was like, I can't justify. Yep, that was the first time it was built. I can't justify that much money for something that doesn't run.
It didn't run.
At the time, no. He wanted like 20 grand for it.
Ouch.
I got to see it.
Oh, this is the one that's hanging in your garage, isn't it? Yeah, like pictures of it, like framed?
I used to.
Okay.
I don't know which one.
I'm trying to think of what ones you had framed in your garage. I could have swore it was this one.
But I finally got to see it in person at a couple shows in the last couple of years, and it's still like it's been repainted and redone.
Yeah.
But it's still like, this is it. This was, besides crew cut, this was the truck that I was like, I
This is
want
me,
this.
yeah.
That's my unicorn.
Yeah.
Like your Supra.
Actually,
Which is funny because I'm really not a big Super guy.
Yeah, but
Like that's that one though.
that one though. Yeah, that's that unicorn. You're like, if that ever was in my price range.
Like, yeah, because I shit on Supers like, what, 3 weeks ago? I was like, yeah, I'd rather have a BRZ.
Dude, you got an LS Swap 240. You shit on everybody with that much power, bro. Except for fifth gear.
You don't need fifth gear.
It gets into fifth gear.
What do you need fifth gear for? You either banging through
cruising down the
1
highway?
through 4.
Actually,
if you're high into 4, you're like 120 anyway.
I needed fifth gear on the Iowa Speedway.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was in fifth gear taking the
What happens when he's on the on-ramp in high fourth
Yeah.
and someone's still hanging with him? You need fifth. Because if you jump to 6, you're going to fall on your face.
That's a good
Oh, he's
point.
right. I can get into it. It's just,
I mean, at that point, doing 140, you're committed.
oh yeah.
So why would you chicken out? You know, you're not going to let him win.
I wasn't super confident on 215s all summer.
That's a pretty skinny tire for that.
Yeah, so 245s are a little
And some
better.
older ones, too.
Yeah, they're crap. Absolute crap.
So now, is there any part of you that still wants to build a lowrider?
Oh yeah.
So when I tell you, if I'm like, you could build any lowrider, what would it be?
see, there's 2 for me.
There's 2? Okay.
The first one that jumps out to me isn't necessarily. It wouldn't fit into like the lowrider scene, and it's gonna piss off people because like when I say lowrider, it's not that, but it'd be the Lincoln Continental,
That's what I was thinking.
like flat, like not black, slammed to the ground, suicide door.
1-ish.
Yeah, it's like basically this taking what Marilyn Manson had in the Tainted Love video and then modifying it.
Yeah.
That was what I would want to do. It's not your like Impala, but like
Yeah, but I know you used to read Lowrider magazine. That's why I'm like if I was like you, if you could build a lowrider,
Like Lolos, like
yeah,
Dana's,
like wire wheels,
fucking 63 Impala,
It'd
baby.
have to be an Impala.
64. Come on,
Did 64s have that fake convertible top? You know what I'm talking about, where they put the ridges in it. So it was a hard top, but it had ridges in
it
it.
had like the
Yep.
Yeah, 64 had the 4 headlights that had the grill kind of dipped down in it.
Oh, okay.
And 63, the taillights did that.
I have to see them both.
It'd have to be a 64 on like some 13x7, all chrome,
Yep, white walls.
black on black with a white roof, and just 3-wheeling all day long. It's right here. It's
I got to
like,
agree with you on that one.
like something straight out of an Ice Cube video in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like Snoop Dogg hanging out with Snoop.
Like the only thing that would be in the tape player, because I would not put a CD player
No.
in it. No, it'd be a tape player. It'd be NWA all day long.
You have to.
Yeah.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Sorry about that.
Completely agree.
When we were sitting here thinking, I was like, I don't think we talked about this last time.
Actually, you said unicorn when you were talking about the Tacoma Blazer.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Well, I think the other thing that kind of catapulted me into loving cars was when Gone in 60 Seconds was remade. Because that was 2003, I think, right around there.
Yeah.
Go.
And, yeah, exactly. And I don't know. There's some romance around the Mustang. You know what I mean? The
Eleanor.
The Eleanor Mustang. There's kind of
that's how they built them in 67.
That's exactly how they built them in 67. There's something about he's got it's the romance and the relationship with the car, and it's trying to kill him all the time, and he's always trying to steal it, and then it gets taken away from him and all that. And so that kind of solidified that cars are not just machines. You know what I mean? Like you bond with them. I was like, I want something. I want something I really enjoy, you know. And
Yeah.
there's enjoyment that you can derive from cars that's different than just driving them from place to place. And when I was young, I was like, oh, I get it now. I get why people really love cars. So
Yeah, and I have those friends that are like, oh, that don't sell anything because they get these bonds like you.
yep,
You get these bonds with cars, and of course I'm the opposite. I'm like, I'll sell it. Shit.
yeah.
I get to the point where I'm like, if someone walks in here with $1,000, they can have it. And someone's like, oh,
is leaving.
yeah. I'm like, $1,000? Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm getting better. My problem is I've grown up around those guys. Like, oh, I shouldn't have sold that '66 Chevelle. Oh, I shouldn't have sold that Fairlane. You know, just
Yep.
of course they don't have anything anymore. But you know, and at the time they probably were destitute, and that's why they sold it. Otherwise, they would have kept it. You know, he
Yeah,
needed the
right.
money, and that's why he sold it.
Yeah, it's like my stepdad. I love talking cars with him because like there used to be a drag strip in Des Moines. I was gonna call him on the way here and I forgot, and he told me where it was at. There used to be a drag strip in Des Moines, and he lived in southern Iowa. And Saturdays they'd spend all day getting the car ready, and they'd drive it up here, and they'd drag race all night Saturday night, go home on Sunday, change everything around so they could drive it all week, change the rear end and stuff. And man, he tells me stories of all these cars he had. And he told me the other day, he's like, man, if I could have one back, I was like, ooh, like which one would it be? And he had a 61 bubble top Impala, and I'm just like, oh, like really? Like out of everything, like, and he had a Nomad. When I first met him, he had a 55 Nomad.
Yeah,
And I hated that car because it just sat. But we had a 58 Del Rey that I'd love to have back too.
the funny thing is, like, an Impala. It was just a car.
Yeah.
Back in
then.
'61, that was just a car. You know, you may have had.
No, that was the car because then you had the Bel Air and the Biscayne.
Well, my point is
yeah.
that would have been.
That was just a car though.
That was right. It would have been a nice car. Don't get me wrong. And you know, the trim package. You know, if you had an SS or just whatever. But my point is, it was just a car. You could go out and buy it, and people would buy them, and then they'd go 3 years later. Okay, I want some difference. I'm going to trade it off.
$2,300.
Right.
There you go.
And now it's revered,
It's an icon.
romanticized. It's an icon.
Bubble
Yeah.
top. Ooh.
And I'm sure at the time they were thinking, this is an old piece of crap. Like, why do I care if I keep this or not? I'm going
Yeah.
to sell it. This guy's going to give me $700 for it, so I'm going to sell it.
And what really sucks is our generation that still enjoys those cars. They're harder and harder and harder to find. And when you find them, even in bad shape, people want gold for
Buku
'em.
money for
Yeah,
them.
and you're like, Doug's four-wheelers, great example. Out
Doug's
past Bella.
four-wheelers. What about it?
You know where I'm talking. Out past Bella on 163. There's,
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
So if you take 163 down to like Oskaloosa or Ottumwa,
Okay.
just past Pella on the north side of the road, there's a junkyard called Doug's Four-Wheelers. Doug's 4x4 or something.
Okay.
The whole front of it is just lined with old metal. And he knows what he has.
And so he's charging 10 grand.
And there's a
for
reason everything's still sitting there. I'm like, just when you drive by, I'm like, oh, there's an Impala, there's an Impala, there's an Impala.
And he's just going to charge whatever he wants for it until somebody will
Yep, and they're not in good shape.
pay
but
for it. Right.
At some point, someone's going to want them. Yeah, it's just
Interesting.
got
There's a picture.
lines of stuff.
Bobby's got a
It's-
picture.
And you can see back in the yard, he's just got cars amongst cars. But so that's what sucks about wanting to. I'd love to build something old. Would love to. I just can't afford it.
Well, that's why they want to include 80s cars or 70s cars and good guys.
Yeah, because
know.
you can get that younger generation in.
Yeah, but Good Guys to me seems like a premium show. I could go down to Joe Blow's diner and go to his cruise in night or whatever, but I go to Good Guys to see what I think Good Guys is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I imagine Good Guys to be, so
Yeah, I'd rather
It is
go.
what
I'd
it
rather
is.
go to a cruise in on a Monday night, and I'd rather go to Porky's. I'd rather go to Porky's on a Wednesday night.
yeah. No, I get it.
You kids don't understand.
I went to Porky's when I was a kid
Hell yeah!
back in the day.
And on Wednesday night, that place was packed,
Oh yeah, it
and
was.
that grill was going. And like, if you got there too early and you got blocked in, screw you. You're gonna be
you're
last
stuck
one to
here.
leave.
Right.
Yeah,
You live here now.
yeah. You live here, and I'd much rather do that. I'd much rather go to Porky's than go to Good Guys. It's just
Yeah, that's fair.
it's too outrageous anymore.
Should we do some news?
Let's do some news.
Let's do some news.
It's the news.
It's the news presented by Petrobox. How'd that pumpkin spice detail spray work out for you, Spencer? You didn't even try it. You opened it though.
I opened it and
You're
was
not-
like, oh my God. And Michael's eyes lit up.
Oh, yeah, boy.
I figured out why you like that smell.
Why?
Because it's all the women you date, going to Starbucks.
What?
You're like, whoa, this smells familiar.
I remember this. You see the screwdriver though?
It's all about the hunt.
We got the box. We got the box. That's why we're talking about stuff. We got some Adams detail spray. We got the pumpkin spice, and then we got the.
That fits nice.
I used that yesterday. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That screwdriver's
yeah.
actually really good. Like when they said in their sheet, they're like, "This is the best screwdriver I've ever used." I'm like, okay.
Now, what makes it the best screwdriver?
I don't know. I just used it and it was great. I can't even explain it.
It just fits the hand nice.
It
does
fits the
feel
hand.
nice.
It's ergonomical. It fits the hand nice. It didn't strip out the screws I was using.
I will say
quite nice.
that candle is not too bad.
I thought it smelled very strongly of Bondo.
It does.
But when we lit it, I just blew it out because it's almost all
Gone.
It's basically, well, it's not gone. It's just all liquefied, which means it won't last super long like that. But it smells much sweeter than that.
Yeah. When you first when you first opened it, I was like, that's Bondo.
Yeah, but now
you got robbed.
Now it smells. It's very kind of sweet, and it's
not bad smelling at all.
yeah.
No, I need to get on that. I need to get on that petrol box.
You absolutely do.
Well, good news, Spencer. I have good news for you and the
what is
listeners
it?
of 1010's podcast. Exclusive for you guys, $7 off your first box.
Boom.
Use the code 1010s at checkout.
And do I have to sign up for a full subscription?
Nah, just 1 month if you want.
I can do 1 month,
just to try.
3
if you
months,
want. Yeah.
2 months, whatever I want.
Just
Try it.
try.
You'll be sold.
Will I?
Yeah.
Do the first month. Try it.
MyPetrolBox.com.
My first box, I'm going to win those wheels and rub it in everybody's face. Because you know what I'm going to do? They're just going to sit in the garage. I'll make tables out of them.
You're going to just pick a random size.
I'm just going to pick
random offset and a random size.
Yep, and we're just going to throw. What are these going on? Nothing. They're just going to be in my living room. Like I won these. What am I going
It's
to?
your prerogative to do whatever you want to.
What
with
am I
them.
going to put those wheels on?
I don't know.
Have you seen their wheel
Get
selection?
that Impala, bro.
No, they got a pretty good selection.
Or get the
their
Caprice.
selection's great.
Get the Woody wagon. Get the Caprice.
Yeah, I
on
need
that bad
to
boy.
get on this petrol box thing. I keep watching your guys' open them up. I'm like, this looks pretty legit.
It's pretty fun.
It is. It's pretty great.
You having trouble with that mic stand?
Yeah, I know. I'm not.
It's Adam's mic stand, so I don't know what that
I
tells
don't
you.
like it.
It's moving around.
It does move
I'm
around.
gonna try
a
to
little
help
bit.
you.
No, it's tight.
That did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. What I just did. You're just gonna
Hope today
through.
was an arm day.
You got to suffer through for
Another half
one
an
more
hour.
1 more hour and a half, and then you can put it away.
Okay.
What's up, Robbie?
Yeah,
Let's do some news.
Okay. Shh. Someone is developing carbon fiber connecting rods.
Is his name Robbie Veerhout, or is it somebody else?
Namo Composites.
Namo Composites. Did you request these specifically?
I'm pretty sure your
No,
name was at the
but
top
Is
of
this
the
commissioned?
Kickstarter.
I think this is commission work by Robbie Veerhout.
It's one of those Kickstart
And
program
it's-
things, and his name's right on the top. He's like, I'll donate all the
He's
money.
the biggest donor.
And they're pilot programs for the LS engine.
Of course it is.
Well, Lamborghini came out last year and said they were going to dedicate millions of dollars in an entire facility to carbon fiber technologies because they want all their stuff to be carbon fiber moving forward. So this company's like, well, if you're going to do it by 2020, we'll do it by 2019. And their goal is to beat Lamborghini to the punch. But they're going to use an LS as their platform.
If they make them, are you going to buy some?
No, I won't have a build that justifies it.
He needs carbon fiber on the outside.
Yep.
Oh, he can't. If you can't see it, you don't believe in it then?
No, I believe in it. I think this is the future. I really do.
So do you really think you can make a composite that'll hold up to the heat?
I think you can. My biggest concern would be the chemical resistance. I don't know
To the oil and the gasoline?
I think you would. I was thinking about this. The strength is not an issue. The heat's an issue, and I think that they claim that they have polymers or not polymers like a resin and stuff that can handle it. So assuming they can do that, my biggest issue would be chemical resistance to if it's constantly in hot oil. What's that going to do to carbon fiber?
They need to hire you. You should just go work there.
No, he seems to have his head on straight. But
you could help, is what I'm saying.
I'd be all about it.
You just
know.
hang out.
Yeah, you just be like me on the podcast. Just hang out.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is all you. Just listen to you talk about it. You're excited.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm all about new technology and stuff like this, and I mean, to me, carbon fiber is the wonder material. I mean, it really is. But my favorite part when I was reading the article, the first comment at the bottom was not feasible. Carbon fiber can't handle that type of rigidity and all this stuff. I'm like, do you not understand how carbon fiber works? It's 4 times more rigid than steel. It's at 10 times stronger.
Yeah, but bro, what you're not understanding is that this guy is on the internet and he knows more than you, obviously.
He goes,
because
yeah,
He definitely did his research.
He
I
said,
couldn't believe it.
He said he knows more than you. He said it right there. So I don't know.
Yep, nope, not feasible.
Why you gotta always why you gotta argue?
Well, saying it's not your traditional carbon fiber weave like you would do a hood. I mean, this is super cutting edge technology where you're taking carbon powder and then making parts out of it.
That's what I was wondering, because I think carbon fiber, I think of like the weave,
Fiberglass, similar to fiberglass.
Yeah, and so I'm just like,
no, this it's like not forged. I can't even explain it accurately, but like they do like powder bed fusion and stuff like that with metal, and so I mean you're taking carbon fiber or carbon powder and then making parts out of it.
So it's
interesting.
Almost like heated up and pressed, like in the die. Yeah,
yep. Yeah, if Lamborghini is dedicating an entire facility to it, they want to do this in the future. Namo Composites is trying to beat them to the punch. I'm assuming these are not the only two companies that are chasing this dream, and I would like to see it happen.
As far as the connecting rods go, they say they weigh half what a normal
and even
metal connecting rod would weigh.
And even if these don't have that type of like long term, you can't put it in a traditional engine with regular oil. I mean, you put these in like a drag car that's going to make a 10-second pass. You don't give a shit about longevity.
They pull those motors anyways.
Exactly. You know, you'll check.
Yeah, Top Fuel guys. Oh yeah,
they rebuild that
rotors
entire
all the
motor.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a market for this.
Well, there's a market. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to run it every day, but beyond that, you're going to run it in your performance car.
That's the market you want to be in anyway. Because those guys will pay anything.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, it means I'm going to go 0.1 second faster than everybody else. That might as well be a year. Yeah. What do they cost?
Doesn't
20
matter.
grand.
Doesn't
Great.
matter.
Here's
there's
a check.
two markets for this: performance and Robbie. The only two markets.
Those are two great markets because that's where all the money is.
Yeah. Have you gave up on banks and just started burying money in the backyard yet?
He does have a large yard. That would explain a lot, actually.
So why are you always doing yard work?
Well, I
do a lot of yard work.
Well, I tell everybody it's a septic tank, but it's actually this big vault.
It's just a big vault full of money.
Yeah.
He's got a Breaking Bad situation going on.
I can't
Robbie's
trust
into math.
banks.
It's really crazy. It's not something we want to talk about on air.
Yeah.
I'm
full Breaking Bad.
Let me tell you about my Swiss bank account.
Let me transfer some money over real quick.
Oh. Just quick mill. Thanks. Just between friends. Is that it for this?
Yeah, carbon fiber's future.
You're excited?
That's it for the news?
No. We got more news.
Yep,
we got more news. You just relax.
Shit.
We got 10 minutes. 2 hours. 2 hours. All right, what's up, Robbie? What's next?
A cameraman loses his mind when a bus blocks a shot for the Georgia Dome implosion.
So we weren't going to do this story, so I didn't read it or watch the thing.
I watched it, but
Spencer wanted to do this.
How'd that make you feel?
I totally sympathize with the cameraman. I read it and I saw the clip and I was like, okay, yeah, I understand why he's so mad. It sucks. Then I realized that the Weather Channel had been live on Facebook for 40 fucking minutes. And then the bus pulls up at the worst time ever.
Oh, it was the Weather Channel's feed, too?
It was the Weather Channel's
That guy's out there
feed.
being paid to do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there, set, has the perfect shot. 40 minutes of live dead air, basically.
Oh, my God.
And then
So it's like a 10 tons podcast.
Right? Yeah.
Hey! Get the fuck out of here. Cut you short. 5 minutes short of 2 hours.
And right as somebody hits the trigger to implode the Georgia Dome, a bus pulls in front of his shot. He gets nothing.
Further proves my fact that anybody can drive a public bus in any fucking city. Our public bus system, I work downtown, and we're right by like the hub for all the DART buses.
Yep.
Them motherfuckers. I've been almost hit a few times because they're just like, yep, pulling out. Oh, changing lanes.
Don't care.
Yeah, don't give a shit. We're going over. I was coming to work one day, and I was like, oh, I can catch this yellow light. Light turned yellow. I was almost there, and the bus is like, oh, yellow light. I'm just going to start turning. I'm like, what the fuck? It is proven. I mean, our public bus system has hit like 6 people in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I'll say Ames, I think it was the year after I graduated, hit a sorority girl and killed her. Didn't even stop. Didn't even realize he hit her.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I'm like, I see this article. I'm like, we have to talk about this because I'm like, this is so true. It's just, and I guarantee whoever's driving is just like, what's the problem?
Yeah, what'd I do wrong here?
What happened?
I realize there's a lot of people here, but
Yeah, and it just furthers the fact that you can just be like, I want to drive a bus, and they're like, okay, here's the key. See you later.
So what'd the guy say? The camera guy.
Oh god, he's basically just like, are you, like he was almost dumbfounded, like
you kidding
yelling
me?
at, "Are you kidding? Get out of the way!"
Move. And of course, they're just like, "What's what?" It just-
Dumbfounded.
God, you ever want entertainment? Just go drive around downtown, like rush hour, and watch the buses. Don't be near one. Like, be a few cars away from them.
be like a ways away.
Yeah.
You're saying park. Find a place to spectate from.
Yes.
Behind a barrier, perhaps, or in a tall building.
Yeah, or
And
on the
then
corner if you need some money. But, no, I meant from them hitting you, not.
Oh yeah. Not from that. Not from,
Yeah,
not from being on.
Woo.
Not being on the corner, but on a corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
But yeah, they'll turn their turn signal on. Like most people, you turn your turn signal on unless you own a BMW, and then you change lanes.
Right. There's a pause. Turn signal. Pause.
Look, and then change lanes.
Yeah.
Bus drivers like BMW drivers. Signal, we're going. Like that
It's-
signal's on, I'm
as
rolling.
you turn the wheel, you
Yeah.
hit the signal lever at the same time.
Exactly.
On the way down.
If
click.
you hit it at all.
Right.
And they're just the best is when I'm in the semi, like leaving the shop or coming back to the shop, because they're like, "Oh, I'm bigger than everybody. We'll just switch lanes." I'm like, "Not this time. I got the big truck on the road now, so you're waiting on me." But-
Spencer is the authority. He does. You got what kind of CDL you got? Class A.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, bro.
fuck yeah, big boy.
Hell yeah.
Which usually hurts because then on road trips, everyone's like, "Well, you drive for a living. You can
Drive right now. You literally spent 60 hours driving this week. Could you drive again right now? Is that cool? Just real quick.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Yeah, okay.
legally, oh
Yeah.
shit. Speaking of that, I gotta turn my e-log off.
Whoops. How long you been driving for now?
I've been on duty way too long. So many violations I have. No, but that's usually what happens. Oh, yep, 14-hour workday limit.
Whoops.
And yeah, so that's what happened going down to Mississippi. My buddy's like, "Well, we're gonna trailer the truck down." I'm like, "Cool," like I threw my stuff in the back. I hopped in the passenger seat. He's like, "So hoping you were gonna drive." It's like,
Rude.
the whole way. He's like, "No, I'll drive some of it." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Thanks.
He good buddy of mine, but he owns a trailer, and he's like, I'm not real comfortable driving it. Like, all right, cool, man. We'll go out and hit the highway, and then like
You'll get used to it. Right? You gotta
we're
learn.
good,
Yeah.
right? Nah, I drove the whole way there and the whole way back. He drove a little bit. We went through Memphis on the way back, and I was more nervous than he was. I was like, nope, I can finish this. We're good. Because I get over there, put in my headphones, and
Just do your deal.
set the cruise and take a nap.
Listen to 1010's podcast. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, actually, I probably did. If I know I got something coming up, like when I went to Texas,
Yeah.
like I didn't listen to any podcast from anybody because I was
Just save
like,
them up.
yeah, because I got an 11-hour drive. I can drive
Right.
up to 11 hours a day. So I'm like, I got 11 hours of driving. I need to fill this. And podcasts work way better than music.
Oh,
Yeah. Music is, you got to constantly be, what's coming up next? I got to go to a different album, all that stuff. Podcast, you can just set it, forget it. A
Yeah,
couple hours.
Exactly. Then in 2 hours, I'm like, oh, I want to listen to this one.
So I think that's it.
That's it.
So yeah,
Bus drivers
fuck
bad.
bus drivers.
Fair enough.
See, I
Or you
figured,
can take that
you
way.
get on like some high horse.
It's pretty annoying.
soapbox.
Well, see, I didn't watch it though. Like that, we were going to talk about it, and then we took it off, and then Spencer came on. So there was
that-
something about LMP1, but we're not
the experts.
We're not Adam. So
We ain't smart enough for that.
I had a plan for LMP1. Some people didn't like it, so it's whatever.
They go in circles.
No, that was getting the dirt track chassis, putting an LS in it, and get Ludacris to hang out with us for the weekend.
Hell yeah. You talked about that last week.
Yeah, I know, but nobody bid on it. Not one. He didn't like it, Robbie, and then nobody was like, "Yeah, that sounds rad." So whatever. That's
I'm
cool.
about it, dude. I'll hang out with Ludacris.
Okay, well, you're the only person that wants to. So,
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
you said dirt and circle, beer and Ludacris. Like, I'm there.
well, it's a circle track,
Hell yeah.
and there's going to be circle track racers there probably because we need drivers.
Have you ever been to, like, you've gone down to Warren County for
Yeah,
figure eights and stuff?
Yep.
That's all you do, sit around and drink beer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Except we're in France, but yeah. I don't know what kind of beer the French have.
It's got alcohol in it. I'll drink
Champagne
it.
beer? I don't know.
Champagne of beers, maybe.
They probably don't have that.
But yeah, I'd be all down. Like, put me on a race team. I would be the Ricky Bobby of a race team.
That's all we're looking for is just a little bit of lightheartedness, a little bit of, jokes about Tom Cruise.
Speaking of Tom Cruise,
What do I do with my hands? Oh, it
speaking-
is. It's a segue.
Nice segue.
you can get your car shipped overnight for a cool $13,000.
What's the story on this? Tom Cruise decided he wanted a Bugatti, and then he decided he didn't want a Bugatti.
Yeah, so he wanted.
No, they couldn't find one, so he changed his mind.
Yeah, they couldn't find a Bugatti, so like, well, then get me a Celine Mustang. the only one they were.
But he was in New Jersey,
and they needed one from California,
and they needed it from California, and so they called this guy up. What was his name? Anthony David? Or no, that's a wrong story.
They just called the local UPS. Said, "Yo, we need to ship this car overnight."
They finally settled through UPS and they're like, "Yeah, we'll get there."
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
They was out in the parking lot back to back, like you see them once in a while, transferring the car from one truck to the other.
But that's not exactly what happened.
No.
The Church of Scientology
Called in a favor.
Called in a favor, and it's actually what the article says. They don't say exactly what happened, but they say something about the church got involved, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, we can ship that. For
Yeah, we can make that work.
we get that shipped for you."
What do you think it really costs to ship a car? Do you think it would cost $13,000?
Oh, with all the dicking around and paperwork and the 16 people you need to approve this and all that stuff, it probably does cost $13,000.
But shipping a car in general is not that expensive.
No, I mean a
like,
trailer ain't so bad, but I mean you put it on an airplane, then that's where it gets expensive.
Wait, how long did it take? Did we
Overnight?
Yeah,
$13,000 seems.
That seems like,
it would have to go on a plane.
It seems fair, reasonable. Yeah.
If someone said I need to get a car from LA to New York
tonight
in 12 hours,
Yeah.
and I literally need it there
What's your
tomorrow.
other option? Oh, I'm going to call the United States Postal Service. That's not really an option.
No.
So,
No, it might get there in a month.
yeah, exactly. If they don't lose it. So,
No, they will lose it.
what do you when they say they could do it for $13,000, you say, great. Sounds like
That's not a bad price because to ship a car, it's cheap to ship a car. Call Reliable up, ship a car, $1,000 or $2,000 across country.
a couple grand was what I was thinking, probably.
Yeah, so I think my uncle shipped a car from Des Moines to Phoenix, and I think it was a couple grand.
Yeah.
Not bad. So $13,000's not bad to get it overnighted.
Think it seems reasonable?
And I'm sure the production company paid for it.
Oh yeah.
Did you read the whole list of things
It's
that
part
he
of an
did?
advertisement thing.
It was an advertisement for an opening for a movie. So he was
That's a write-off.
on a Ducati and on a Celine and on a boat and on a fire truck and
Yeah, it was for sure right off. They didn't care.
yeah.
No.
If there was an
It would
event
have been
or something,
$100,000. It wouldn't have mattered.
yeah. If he had an event that he needed to have the car out the next day, they're like, yeah, fuck it, absolutely.
Yeah. I think the best part of the article though was like once it landed and they went over some small dents on the car, everyone was happy and the UPS people smiled in front of it for pictures before it was sent off. Like that guy was just like, "Yep, just ship this overnight."
And there's a fucking quarter-sized dent. Fuck you.
Yeah, come on, that's what you're complaining about?
Yeah, we literally put this together in a day,
Yeah.
last second.
You're the only person to ever get this. I'm sorry there's a small scratch.
This was like 10 years ago, though, right?
I think so.
It was for, what was it?
Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah, so it was a few years ago.
That was when he was in the height of the Scientology. Like, I think that's when he was jumping on Oprah's couch and stuff, wasn't it?
Probably would have been around that time.
I think so.
Have you listened to that Leah Remini podcast on Joe Rogan
Yeah.
about her being in science? Because she was way up in it.
The chick from Kings of Queens?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, she was a high up in there?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
She was real high in it.
Oh, I might have to listen to it.
Do it, dude. It's so good. She has a TV show about it.
I knew that.
Okay.
Because they basically ruined her
I don't
life.
watch the TVs no more.
Yeah, I know.
Cable's
I know
expensive.
what you mean. I know. I don't have it either. Some of us aren't Robbie. But my point is, go back for real.
They're weird people.
fucking crazy. This shit's crazy, man.
Yeah.
She starts talking about it and like getting to different levels and stuff. And then when she realized that how fucked up it was and like trying to get back out and
It's like a gang. You
Cult. It's like a cult.
blood
Yeah.
in, blood out.
yeah. Talks about her. There was another guy, I'll find it, send it to you. It was an older guy that was on there that either he got real high up in it or I think his son did. I don't know that he was in it, but his son got super high up, like one below Tom Cruise, because Tom Cruise like actually is
He's like the god
Wait,
of
the
Scientology.
guy.
I was wait. Is Tom the top of the pyramid? There's no one above him.
I don't think so.
There might be some like one or two guys on
There's
his
gotta
level.
be someone. So
He's up there.
Did he
man.
invent Scientology then?
No.
No.
That's
Well, then there's
L-
someone got to be above him.
Well, that guy's dead. L. Ron Hubbard's dead.
Oh, so then it is.
He might
Tom
be at
Cruise?
the top because there's like that. There's like 3 different levels, and then there's sub levels, and he's like the top level, and then level 9 of that level.
It's like a black belt in Scientology.
You got to go through all this shit, and then like it's crazy, dude. You got to listen to
Gotta go
these.
through these mazes and
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's seriously crazy.
And then pay a bunch of money.
That's the other
but
thing.
that's the other thing. Yeah, it's got That's like with Justin Bieber and his new like church thing.
Just what are you talking
what
about?
do you-
Hillsong Church. It popped up on Barstool Sports the other day. It's the only
Dude,
reason.
does Justin Bieber have a cult? Are you telling me
So
Justin Bieber has a cult right
he's in this like Hillsong church,
now? Okay.
and he just donated like $10 million to the church, and Barstool Sports was talking about it. That's how I'd heard about it, but it sounds a lot like this Scientology stuff where like they're like, oh yeah, donate this money and this and that. And
You'll move up, and then you'll be able to transcend reality, and you'll never get sick again, and your family will be taken care of. Yeah, it starts getting nutty, man.
I mean, we got plenty of those churches just here in town. I mean, shit.
It's everywhere, man.
Yeah,
Shit's wild.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
That is another podcast.
That's some churches need to pay taxes. That's all I'm saying. if there's taxes on me buying a car overseas, then they can pay taxes.
What was I gonna say? Oh, what brings us up again is that Charles Manson. He died.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
I started looking into because I didn't know anything about him. Really, I knew he was crazy psycho dude.
He wasn't that crazy.
But then you start looking at.
What are you doing later?
I started looking into the family. They called him, the Manson family, whatever. Cults are fucking crazy, man. I get so fascinated by cults and how people just little baby steps, little baby steps, little baby steps, little baby. Next thing you know, you're like murdering a pregnant woman.
Welcome to America. It's
fucking crazy,
we're all sheep.
man. It's fucking. It just blows my mind. I find it absolutely fascinating that people slip like that.
The American government runs like the biggest cult ever.
Oh,
we're all
shit.
sheep.
Man, you telling me you talking about conspiracy theories, Spencer? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you watch The Office?
A
long time ago.
He's like, I've been in a lot of cults, Made a lot of money as a leader, but a lot more fun as a follower. So
some truth to that.
So wait,
speaking of followers,
speaking of, you wanted me to drink the Kool-Aid earlier. What's up with that? Robbie's like, drink this magic Kool-Aid.
Yeah, what was in that, Robbie?
drink this.
Yeah, drink this.
You're not going to remember this entire podcast.
Hopefully, I can't forget it.
Is this the news? What's next on the news?
Yeah, what's next on the news?
There was a massive pileup at the Macaw Grand Prix
No way.
because this happens every year. Because they shouldn't be.
Again? You see how narrow that road is right
Dude,
there?
it's barely 2 lanes.
No, I don't even think it's 2 lanes. It's like a lane and a half. It's narrow.
It's like a 1 lane half the time, and that looks like it's a construction zone.
It does look
It looks terrible.
It looks exactly like a town
It's the-
that's under construction, and they put some race cars on it.
It's the worst race track ever.
And the best part is, by the time the first 2 cars wreck and the guy can grab the yellow
Get it shut
flag,
down, yeah.
There's 8 more.
there's like 8 more like boom, 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 boom,
Bam,
boom.
bam,
I mean,
bam,
just-
bam.
And if you watch it, it's all in the different angles, and you're just like, they're
do you
going
do?
so fast. Yeah,
Yeah.
what do you do?
The best part is this was qualifying.
Oh, was it really
This was
qualifying?
a qualifying race.
that sucks.
So only, 4 people made it to the pits. Everyone else wrecked out.
Well, hey,
Why did
at
they
least-
even race
At least
there?
we got 4th.
Yeah. But I don't understand why they even go to this event, besides the fact that there's casinos at this in Macaw.
Because I think people like street circuits.
They
I
do.
think there's
I
something-
think street circuits are awesome.
So do I. But I think this is
they should do something about this particular corner.
yes.
I don't know what.
This
'Cause
particular track.
It's that corner every time, though, isn't it?
Yeah, because the first and second place Formula 3 drivers, no contact, both spun out right before the finish line. And then a MotoGP, was it MotoGP? Or
MotoGP rider died, didn't he?
Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
He died this weekend, or this past weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I was reading that they like the track because of the long straightaways, and they can get the speed.
But it's only 2 lanes wide. And then you can't, then when you turn, it's 1 lane.
Why don't they just make it wider?
Why don't they just race somewhere else on a track
Can they
handle
not?
it?
Can they not make it wider in those corners?
No, that's literally as wide as it'll allow.
Yeah, I would move because, you said, it happens every year.
It's a gigantic mess every
It's
year.
like watching Talladega for NASCAR fans. You're just waiting for the big one to happen.
Yeah. Well, then if you look and as you're watching it, there's a crane on every corner. They're anticipating these wrecks.
Exactly. That's what they want to see.
The crazy thing
that's
is
not
he
good racing,
barely
though.
touched the wall. It just
What did happen?
tires.
Did it just knock him just enough sideways to just?
It was there. It's a tire wall, or
It's a barrier. It's like not like Formula 1, but like they're brought in for the race.
Once he hit it, he got stuck on it. Like it stopped him. And then once he got stopped, the guy behind him, or the guy that was right behind him, slipped through amazingly. But the guy after him just barely tagged him. And once he tagged him, then he was sideways in the opening that was left, and then everybody was fucked because they were all that close together.
Yeah, and they just come
Bang,
around
bang,
and just
bang.
yeah.
It's literally just
bang, 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 bang. You're like, oh,
Ow, ow, ow. You know the guy in the middle is just like, ow, 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 ow. Well, we're stuck here now for, literally, it was closed for an hour.
Yeah.
Shut her down.
I saw a meme and it said, every Forza online lobby ever. And it just had a picture of that. I've never done it online, but I can only imagine.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Anyway.
Here, I'm losing this race. We're turning around going the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how
Screw
it
this.
goes.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yep.
They should do something different with that corner.
Or that race.
Yeah, just Robbie says move it.
I'm all about street circuits.
Yeah,
But
street circuits are cool.
Not that one. I mean, use your fucking brain.
Or just take the barriers out.
Just
Give it a little more excitement.
Make it so that the cars can fit on track. It's just like Monaco for Formula One. The cars have outgrown it. You got to do something different.
There's no
Is
runoff.
it just tight or is it?
Yeah, it's just too tight.
And
The
there's
cars
no
are too
runoff.
long. The cars are too long and too big. I mean, when the cars were half the size, whatever, arguably, but like when they were smaller, it was a much more competitive race. Right now, it's just a single file line the
So
whole
like
time.
every open wheel racing I ever watch, that's all it is.
Yeah, and
It's
Monaco's even worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
Until the last lap.
Yeah, it's a cool track. It'd be awesome if the cars were could go double wide or 3 wide or something, whatever, just to make it worth watching. But yeah, it's just not.
I just
Macaw. Well, I can't say it. That's even worse.
Macaw.
Much more.
I can't watch racing anymore. Just all of it bores me because they've just dumbed it down so much for making it competitive. All the cars are the same, and NASCAR's terrible at it.
I'm sure.
I mean, everything is the same.
Cookie cutter cars.
Yeah, they're all cookie cutter. Everybody has the exact same stuff. So I mean, there's really, the good old days. God damn, I sound like Adam. The good old days.
Back in my day.
But the good old days, like door slammers back then when they were racing, like even in the 80s, it was like, this is all the bigger your motor. You can have a 400 cubic inch motor, nothing bigger.
Yep.
Whatever you do to it is
It's up
on
to
you.
Yep.
This is how big your carb can be. Alrighty. Everyone's running a brick in the wind, so there was really no, it wasn't cheating. It was just like, well, I'm still fitting the rules.
Yep. But the rules are slack.
Yeah.
There's room to play with them.
And now it's like, oh, you're a 32nd of an inch off on your wing, you're disqualified because it doesn't match that guy's.
Yep.
It's and the same thing with like watching and I don't know enough about the open wheel stuff, but I'm assuming it's still the same thing where the cars are the same. The motors are pretty much the same thing.
You got to meet specific regulations for most
and
things.
so it comes down to a driver. But if you're on a course where you can't drive, then it defeats the fucking purpose.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
just like going in a circle. It's a driver sport now, but I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
So,
Was that it, Robbie?
That's all I got.
I think you're being hard on yourself, Spencer.
no, we were talking about traveling earlier, and I had one that I was all excited to talk about, and then I forgot.
Oh,
No,
that's all right. That means we have to have you back.
Spencer 3.
It was
Spencer, part 3. You could be the first third-time guest.
It was about getting kicked out of a spot where they film a TV show for doing nothing wrong.
You got kicked out of a spot they filmed?
Yeah,
TV
so we went. I was down to Oklahoma, visiting a buddy, and we figured out where they filmed Street Outlaws.
Yeah.
Like, there's no easy way to do it. Like, it took a little time, and I figured it out.
Okay.
And you go there, and that road's black. It's sticky. It's a public road. You cannot Google view it at all. There's no street view
Really?
anything around it. Nope.
Crazy.
You cannot street view it. So we're there. We find it. We're like, oh, cool. We're in the parking lot. Like, we parked the car. We're by ourselves. We're in my buddy's Mustang.
Sorry.
Dick. And
he hit his headphone cord.
it's literally us. Him and me, one car. And we're out on the road, and I'm taking pictures.
Yeah.
And Scott pulls up. I'm like, hey, man, how's it going? It's like, I don't know what you guys think you're doing, but if you plan on racing here, I'd do it somewhere else. You're going to go to jail. We're like, looking around.
With
We're
what
like,
car?
huh? He goes, well, I know that's what you're doing here. We're like, huh? We got one car. There's one car. Just us.
And we're just standing here.
We're just standing, just taking some pictures, And he literally sat there and was like, you guys watched us leave. He's like, you better get out of here. We're like, okay. So, I don't know how people get away with racing out there. Because those guys actually go out there and race,
Still.
without the cameras. Like, it's a public road, but yeah, it was like really weird. We're like, I mean, I'm sure they get it all the time, but yeah, we're by ourselves. We're not racing anybody. We're just,
Not even in cars right now.
yeah, we're just standing here. We
Standing
might
here.
foot race. Might get real serious.
That's what you should have done.
Just start racing.
Just start racing. Just 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, just hit the lights real quick for us. Just give me a flashlight.
Just give me a flash. Give me a flash from the headlights, and we'll go.
Yeah, we'll go.
First
We'll
to your
do
car
this.
wins.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy because if you watch the show and then to be out there, because you can see where they start, you
Yeah.
can see where they finish. It's all marked out. All the telephone poles have 55-gallon drums of water in front of them.
Oh yeah, yep.
Like it's a track on the road. Now, granted, they bring in the night lights for it.
Yeah.
660 feet ain't a lot of room.
No.
Especially on like you see it on a track because there's a runoff.
It seems a lot longer.
On
yeah.
the road, it's not very far. But like you can see where cars have gone off into the golf course next to it. There's a golf course right there. It's like
That's
road,
hilarious.
pond, golf course. There's someone's house at the end of the road.
I bet they love.
And that's the only place to turn around is to go all the way down to the next road and turn around and come back.
Yeah.
So it was kind of crazy to see, just to be there, because it's like, I was just watching this on TV.
Yeah.
And we literally went back to his house and it was on TV. We're like, we were just fucking there. But you want to see a lot of rubber somewhere on a road. Like, it's insane. But yeah, that's what I was going to talk about earlier in all my travels. I could do cool shit like that.
Rad.
So sorry to take that up at the end.
It's okay.
Good.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for filling in for Adam. We kind of like.
Yeah, I was really hoping it was going to be the four of us.
I know.
Because me and Adam really play off
And I
each
think,
other.
and I think he had a plan, because you guys have been talking, and then it was he had a family thing come up he wasn't expecting. It was totally fine, but we, like I said, people like shit show train wrecks sometimes, and not that this was that, but we kind of slapped it together in the moment, and that's cool too.
That works. Yeah, I think Adam had a plan, and
That's all right.
that's
That'll
all
be
right.
for the third one.
Yeah. Eventually, we're gonna have. I think the only in-person podcast where we've had 4 people was with Thomas.
Yeah.
It's always been something.
Someone's not
gone.
there.
and
Yeah,
it's
because he
figured
was
it-
gone last time.
Yep.
So yeah, we did. Wait, what number is this?
95. Yeah.
Damn it! You should have waited. So I had a great idea for the 100th. Just have a whole party of people over here. Just bring all your old guests back at 100. Give everybody a microphone. Just let it run wild.
We may have plans for 100.
No, you don't. Don't lie to
How do
me.
you know?
Because you slapped this together today. I know better.
Yeah, but I know
Uh,
100's coming up in the future. I can plan for it.
We got 5 weeks.
Got 5 weeks.
That'll be right around New Year's Eve.
Oh, interesting.
Sounds like a party.
Sounds like maybe something special should happen on that episode.
I like to party.
We know you like to
Yeah.
on the weekends though.
Yeah, make sure it's not a weeknight.
Yeah.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah. that'll
Sorry,
be,
bro.
It'll be a Wednesday.
I'll call in sick on Thursday. We'll be good.
You'll have to wait and see, just like everybody else.
So if I want to find you guys, what do I do?
1010's podcast in the Google machine and figure that out.
Instagram, YouTube,
Pick your poison.
Twitter,
Yeah.
Facebook group.
The Facebook group is where it's at.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Kevin Lawrence is in there.
He has an official drift card for 2018 now, which is good.
Is that? Oh no, he's that race car guy.
He's the
Formula D. or
he's the Formula
Pro.
1. He's a Pro 1 driver now.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
a professional
Did you say
driver's
Formula
license too.
What's that?
You just said Formula 1.
Pro 1.
Yeah.
If I said Formula 1, I meant Formula D1.
He likes the memes.
He does like the memes.
He does like memes.
Well, he's not the only one with a professional driver's license. I have one too.
Okay. Well, you don't have a drift card, so I'm the only one that can hand those out.
I don't need a drift card.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Does Robbie have one?
No.
No.
Thank God.
His was
I-
removed.
I
It was
did.
revoked.
I did one. And I
Yeah.
decided that's not for me.
Yeah. Don't do that. Stick to car shows.
No, I'm not doing that either.
Then why all the work on the? Never mind.
'Cause I
Just cut the thing off.
I take pride in what I own, man.
Cut it off.
I am actually next weekend.
He is.
I got a Sawzall. I travel.
No.
No, he only lets his body guy do it.
Yeah, I'm cutting the bumper off.
Just let him let his body guy
I
do it.
saw
'cause
I
he's
saw a
actually
Toyota
good.
Avalon with a body kit on it today, and I just shook my head. A 4-door. I'm like, what the fuck?
Just let Josh the body dude do it, because at least he's doing it.
Yeah, it's coming.
At least
on.
he's cutting it off.
But I thought there was gonna be a party for it. I was so excited.
That
Oh,
was
yeah, there
more,
will be, but none of you are.
What was that,
invited.
episode 30?
Yeah,
we talked about
probably.
that.
I know body work.
No.
He's very particular. You haven't noticed that from the podcast? He just
Yeah,
that car.
I mean, no big deal. I mean, my stuff's been in magazines, but whatever. No big deal.
You literally just went on the podcast and talked about how you don't finish projects.
Well, that one wasn't mine, so it got finished.
Somebody else.
Someone was paying for that.
I worked
one.
on it a little bit, and then I left.
I was there. I was there.
There was money involved in there. Shit gets done with money.
All right.
If someone was paying me to finish my truck, it'd be done by now.
Money's a motivator, there's no doubt.
That's for damn
That
sure.
was a huge motivator. But all right, I got to go home.
You gotta go home. That's
I
fair.
can't stay here.
No.
No, get out.
Thanks, bro. Well, that was very rude.
You don't even live here.
Oh, I'm getting out.
He's getting out too. Don't worry.
No, he's not. He's blocked in. You go ahead and try to back out in front of me. We'll see how that goes.
He's got a flag. All right, it'll be fine.
See you nerds next week.
Yep.
Bye.